they've done is been able to hear us this entire time.
Yes, they indeed have. Congrats, Rose, you figured it out. But no, tonight is episode 18 of Ashley's Gorgor and Friends Adventures. And guess what, Michael? I fucking checked before I said it. Fuck you.
But are you certain?
Yes, because I checked before I said. Zataru, hello, dude. How are you doing? But no, tonight is episode 18 of The Adventures of Gorgor and Friends. I'm not going to talk too much. I will let Ash introduce us, as I want to say, because we ended after talking with the succubi, I believe. Can't remember if we did anything after that, although I probably would assume we did. So, Ash?
You guys had wrapped up that conversation and basically we're done there?
Yeah. I will hand over to our DM now, and I will enter Gorgor mode.
Okay, so where we last left off, as noted, the party had followed a few different leads. The party was about to meet back up because Flinsire had gone off and collected his own information, while the rest of the party followed a lead dropped by the noble knight in the party. That is not named Dave, the other one.
Yes.
Who is a recent addition to the party but seems to be sticking around for the moment. Lovey also had a bit of a run around the forest to just kind of clear her head after some frustration with the party.
Yeah.
And from there, the party had, I believe, left to meet back up at that point.
I thought we were already together, like the only person who'd like.
Well, that was...
disappeared.
Yeah, Flynn was off. Correct?
Yeah, I was back at the tavern at this point.
Yeah, which, I mean, if you guys didn't plan to meet up together, that's an entirely different conversation to be having, but that was at least where I left off. Best of my knowledge was you guys finished that conversation and we were like, alright, I don't know if you guys were going to follow another lead first, if you were all going to just meet back up together. I don't know if anyone had any questions about details of what happened last time.
Well, now we've done, like, because we killed the angel, it was making people... I think, should we go and tell the mercenaries, though, that we've done that?
It sounds like a good idea. I mean, I'm trying to remember what deal you wanted me to be the front man and to make some kind of deal with them. Try and persuade them to go somewhere else, wasn't it?
Well, what was you saying about that, Flynn? Because you were the one that had all the ideas about the mercenary people.
Are you back? Because that was the question. So I was wondering whether or not you were back, or was this a conversation you were having on
Is Gorgor looking around, assuming Flynn is there and having not realized, or did you guys go back to the tavern or meeting place or wherever?
I had presumed that we'd gone back and met up with people, so I was talking to Flynn. So Flynn, if you would like to answer, that would be pretty good.
Okay. Well, I believe I asked around town a little bit whilst we were away, and it turns out that the de facto leader of this town is, and I point towards the barkeep. He seems to be the closest thing they have to a person in charge or a mayor around here. So I think we need to have a conversation with him about possibly getting some connection with the mercenary setup. I was thinking of either trying to do it tonight or possibly tomorrow morning, or trying to arrange something with him tonight at least. So, unless there was anything that came up from your meeting that might persuade us otherwise. Are we run out of town because somebody upset the brothel, or are we good?
Oh?
Gorgor disclosed a bit more than he should have, but apart from that, which we should be okay on, we found out the genesis of this angel seemed to be caused by a ritual creating
It
a
was when,
succubus.
it was when she got birthed, and it made things a little not nice. Oh, she didn't mean it, so it's okay.
Okay.
They tried to do an organic vegan succubus summoning, basically, in an old abandoned holy place.
Okay.
A vegan succubus.
I love that he's not wrong, but also that descriptor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck me.
Okay. Sure, that'll have to have some effect of getting the holy person in to reclaim the ground, more than likely. But oh well. Other than that, since the church was apparently there was some great battle that happened here. The adventurers that built this town fought some nameless evil, as far as I can recall, at the church. They won, and then didn't want to walk back to town, so they built their own inn. And then everyone built a town around them.
I mean, in terms of that holy ground, the order, my order, they've finished with what they've done with it, so they won't be fighting for it or anything.
So its original user can take it back then.
Or some holy man can go and desecrate it, sanctify it, and just go.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's something at least. We'll have to try and see if we can't find someone who worships Helor, I think you said it was. So, let's see if we can't find someone to do that. Otherwise, I think.
I mean, if it's just, we just need a holy man, like a holy woman, who's a cleric and can sanctify that place. I don't think it matters what deity they sanctify it in.
So really, we should try and find Dave then, because he was a clericy person.
Who was this Dave?
Well, it was just like...
He's right there, isn't he?
Well, there was two of them.
Oh.
His name was Dan. He just decided to have a bit of fun and start naming himself Dave.
The best Dave is the one that's not here. Let's just leave him be. That's happy days.
But if we need a clericy person, though, then surely we should try and find him, because then he can do the clericy thing.
He will find us if he's needed.
I don't know. It's
Perhaps
Okay.
a solution to this problem is if you're trying to get the mercenary band to become intertwined with this town, perhaps they have a holy person that could do the job, and then it ingratiates them and it creates a connection for business.
They could probably take the ruins and convert them.
Mm.
Well,
Foundations.
it's better than running out of like tents and things like they are right now.
I could convert it. I mean, it is currently a ruin, but
Well,
a little
it's
bit of
got.
time and
I
effort.
mean, it's got more bricks than their tents have, which is not.
I was just thinking maybe they have a cleric that could just sanctify. I didn't think they would move into the ruins, but you think
Well, they're going to need that. Well, they'll need some sort of place to stay. I don't think there's anything really about that could hold their numbers. So if they were to set up a location like that, it might be useful. But that is for them to decide when they get here if they're allowed to come here. So I think I should probably go and have a word with the barkeep and see if we can't get something a little set up for probably for the morning.
Yeah.
Or now if he's better off. So.
Well, yeah, because once we speak to the mercenary people, I'll really want to go to Luster, where Danebert said about all the magic people.
Okay. If I recall, didn't you say they were also a little bit isolationist? They keep to themselves?
No. He said not to say too much about where I got like my book and stuff, because certain people might not be too happy about it, but He didn't say anything about them not liking people from not where they live.
Sorry, who are you referring to again? I was thinking about my lady Glacier, and I didn't catch the first bit.
After
There's a land not far from here that has
Yeah.
it has magic, and
they're called
we'll go here, which is-
Luster.
Oh, and to get on your wizard's quest, you need to go
Yeah.
there, I see.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
because we spoke to Damebert from round here, and he said that there would be best place to go because there's a lot of people that train people, and like there's a lot of things to learn from.
So.
It sounds like a more straightforward way than the idea you had last night, or today, rather.
What do you mean?
Aligning yourself with part of my order.
Oh, I still want to do that because, like, I still want to like match Lovey and stuff. Let's do that as well.
I'm just thinking the type of magic and rituals they were talking about might be maybe
incompatible.
yeah. I just don't think he'll like it, or he might not understand it. I mean, I could teach you how I channel power of Glacier. I don't mind that.
Okay.
I'm probably still glad I didn't go.
Just heard a very
Let's have a look.
stray snigger then from Rose.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Right,
one of
wait.
the things where I was like, why didn't someone just say it outright? Oh, it's Gorgor. And then it was like, so Zimda going, well, I can kite. Well, not like trying to avoid the. Oh, carry on. I'm sorry.
Well, no, like I still want to do all the cool things because I want to learn all the magic, and I want it, like I said, I want to learn to be like you guys. 'Cause I think it's cool.
I want to be like you.
I got the
Talk
exact same
like you,
song in my
walk
head.
like you.
Best part is, I'm pretty sure Danny doesn't know where that's from.
Although I
Yeah.
do think though that her dress probably won't fit me very easily, but you know.
There you go, Mikey doesn't.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
that'll be what you're getting into, my friend. But why not?
Yeah.
Do you want to think right?
Yes, it seems Glacier's far more popular than I thought she was before embarking on this quest.
Does that?
But
worry you?
I mean, I didn't know about her until I met her, like back at the temple place where she said hello to me. And then Lovey told me her name was Gladys, and then found out it wasn't.
Sorry, you were saying something, Lovey.
I've forgotten what I was saying. What was
About
I
me being worried or some such?
Yeah, being worried that we're so connected to, well, the one you follow.
Yes,
Your
I
legend.
was to begin with, but then I sort of thought about my special rituals and how I connect to Glacier, and that seems distinct from everybody else, so I should be okay. I just need to break out of that friend zone.
I'm sorry. I probably won't want to hear this, but I kind of need to know. When you're talking about these rituals, is it the same kind of rituals that the succubi do in the brothel?
No.
Okay, good. Just checking.
No, this is a succubi for one type of ritual.
Oh my god! Order the crusty sock. No.
Oh.
Okay. So it's whatever. I'm brain is trying to process right now. So you're now the fact that we're all kind of like rather close with Glacier. Do you realize now how we can get you closer? I mean, maybe if you actually met her, you would be less, well, you. I don't know what I'm saying. Do you get what I mean?
How
Maybe,
rude.
No.
Less you.
I mean,
I don't understand.
okay. We can work on this, workshop it.
I heard that. I understand the first bit that yes, I want to meet the Lady Glacier, and I would like a bit of time to prepare before that, so I can dress appropriately and those things. But yes, I don't know the thing about me being less me. I'm not picking that up.
Quick question. Interacted with a woman before?
Yes,
Okay. Would that happen to be me?
one of them, but I've spoken to some, like the servants, my mother.
Okay. Yeah. We'll work on it. We'll work on it. And then everything will be okay. We'll talk about it another time and see what will help.
What would help? What meeting Glacier? Yes.
I'm sorry, do you think that as soon as you meet her that she's going to fall madly in love with you and you're going to run off into the hellish landscape?
Well, I do think I do believe, like, she's quite evil at the moment, and my presence will probably change that a little bit. But I'm not that deluded.
I'm sorry, do you think that you'll be able to change her?
Isn't that the definition of deluded? I think you are deluded if you think you could change her. Politely speaking, of course.
Well, people doubt you before you do something.
Oh boy, this is going to be interesting. Anyway, shall we go talk to the de facto leader?
As you look over, Flynsire's been there for about 5 minutes already chatting them up.
Cool.
Yes. Kind
Which
of
we're
just
going
go-
to momentarily roll back while you guys were having that
Yep.
conversation. Flynn did approach individually.
Mhm.
And you guys will join in shortly after.
Excuse me, sir.
What can I get for you? Another drink for your table, for you? Something a bit stronger?
I feel, given knowing my group, I will probably need something stronger eventually. Another lot for the table at the moment. I also could do with a word with yourself, good sir. From what I hear about the town, you would be kind of the closest thing to an authority around here. Am I correct?
I see. Yes, you need the let's get you your drink first. I've had the
Yes.
occasional person needing an ear
Mhm.
while they're drinking.
That's fine.
And he pours up you've seen a lot of just general beer rum going around.
Mm-hmm.
He pours up something a little bit stronger, a little bit cleaner in color. Sits it down in front of you. Take it slow, it's a bit good, it's a bit spicy. But drink up, tell me what ails you, what can I help you with?
Okay, take a little sip.
It's a fairly potent fire whiskey.
Damn, that's strong.
I've found that a lot of the time when people need help discussing their troubles, it helps to loosen them up a little bit.
That's true. It wasn't so much of a troubles, but maybe. We've been. I don't know if you've been having the same potential problems around here as there have been in Corporation about a group taking the majority of the bounties and mercenary tasks.
This is a bit more business and pleasure than I'd anticipated. Very well.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if you've been. Yeah, sorry.
What?
No, I was kind of. I thought there was a pause there for a moment.
I will say, we don't really have any true authority, though. If people are pointing you in my direction, I'm not surprised at that. It's not the first time it's happened.
Hmm.
The big one is some grand, fantastic heroes save the realm and leave me in charge while they're off on vacation, and if the great heroes trust me, then everyone else trusts me, and
Mhm.
one of those domino effects.
Yeah, I get that. I get that.
So I do have no true authority, though a large number of people do seek my counsel, my advice, and I'm just here selling drinks, but if they appreciate my opinion, I'm happy to share it.
Okay, that's fine. Like I say, it's ask around a couple of things. Just needed to get the lay of the land. So, yes, this group of mercenaries, adventurers, have been set up a camp. I can't remember actually. It's about a day or so.
Little over a day.
Little over a day away from town. They've set up their own little fortified camp. Now they have been taking in as many of the jobs and requests they can get their hands on, and then assigning it out to groups that are a little bit more they can kind of depend upon to try and get the jobs done. We're
I see.
thinking that their thinking at the moment is that if they can try and prove them, you hear the stories, I'm sure, of adventurers and the like that take on the jobs but don't hold up their end of the bargain.
We've had a few of those. Most of those are unfortunate circumstances, but understandable.
Yes, this group is, for want of a better purpose, tired of being tarred with that brush. So they're trying to fix the reputation of adventurers a little bit. They get on to talking about possibly setting them. I think the closest thing you'd probably call it is some sort of guild. Where
Okay.
adventurers, quests are given to, are handed into the guild, and then they can hand it out to people. There's a bit of an authority to what's being done, so people don't end up getting robbed or left high and dry. We were we've worked with these people on a job to get into town recently, and we thought to try and approach some level of management to see what their opinions would be towards such a group possibly forming and maybe making a small presence in the town.
It would be nice to not have to worry so much anytime. I don't know if it's tradition everywhere or just here, but a lot of people do come to me asking for work, rumors, etc. And I do hear a lot, so I will just, I will happily answer questions, but occasionally, I hear rumors of a massive land dragon to the south, and Jimmy Three Cups is off on his own, doesn't come home. I do feel guilty when that happens, but it's hard to know what's sharing common current events and what's sending someone to their death.
So if I were, like I say, we're no leading members of this group, but we hope to approach the different more representatives of different towns and cities to see if who would be open to such a venture. If we were, I don't know if you're the authority, but if there were some people here who could have that mission, or would it be better waiting for those heroes?
Well, and around this time you do get, you do notice a bit of a smell, and you do feel a bit of a shadow behind you as Gorgor waves hello.
Me?
Didn't the party make their way over to Flynn, or was it just Lovey taking the?
Lovey said, "Do you want to? Well, should we go over?"
Yeah.
I don't know if everybody did or they just saw me.
If people are going over, then I'll go over too.
I figured if Lovey was like, "Hey, let's go over," Gorgor would be the first one.
Sort of wander over. Well,
These the rest of your friends. Speaking of.
Yes. So these are the ones, like as I've been working with recently. But as I say, they are we thought we would try and approach authority. Like you said, would it be better to speak to the heroes that you said mentioned this town, or are there people within the town who would be able to give that would be open to having an audience at least?
And he thinks for a minute. Looks over a group. Rose is random, huh? But yeah, and he looks over the group for a minute and he ponders, like, well, as I'm sure you may have seen in the courtyard, for lack of a better term, people are free to simply set up whatever they wish. There's no form or organizations here of this building has to be here, these people have to sit here, you need permits for this. We do keep it fairly simple. So if they simply wanted to set up their own outpost, stall, hall, even depending on whatever funding they have, they would be more than welcome to do that. And if you would tell me, like, if it's at your word that, they're trustworthy, I might need a little something from you to confirm that, but...
Yes, of course, we would want to try and confirm that, but it was one of those we'd had a couple of interactions with those of high stature between that group and the nobility in corporation, so we'd got that angle, but we hope to try and set it up in other towns. So
if I could trust you guys, and you guys told me I should send my people there, anytime people came to me looking for work, I would make sure to send them there.
Yep.
However much that speaks for and carries is entirely under your sway, and if you want to try and convince maybe some of the merchants to work with them as well to solidify them better, I would happily endorse that, though I'm not really going to go tell the merchants for you.
Oh no, of course. If we were to speak to a couple of the merchants, if you've got names of people we should think to approach, we can definitely speak to those, see if we can't then perhaps set up some meeting or conference between perhaps a few members of their leadership and yourselves, see if it's a good fit or not. We're more essentially the middle people in this.
Certainly, and while I'd probably want to speak with them eventually, middle people do exist for a reason if you're here as the middle people. If you could assuage my guilt a little over Mr. Three Cups, I'd happily put in a good word for you anytime people came looking for work. I wasn't joking about that. It was a little hyperbolic, but...
Land Dragon to the south.
Yeah, a little bit. Like, you hear rumors, you hear crazy things. Fangs on its back, monstrously sized. He ran off hoping for fortune. I guess maybe he'd been affected by the lack of work. You don't have to kill the thing, I would never, but if you could at least find his effects, something... He was irregular, I'd feel bad.
That would be cool, though, if we could kill it, because, we're, totally fucking awesome.
Anything in particular that he's got that would be defined as his? Favorite mug, dagger, or something to that effect that we would be able to recognize? I don't want to I don't think. If it's depending on the size of the thing, I don't want to come back with a sack of its shit and say, this is what's left of him.
Yeah, no, please. He actually had a really nice pair of boots. It was weird. It was strange. It was one of those things where you see someone and they're paying coppers to coppers on their drinks, which is always understandable here. And they've just got the nicest pair of boots, and you never want to ask. It's just strange, and maybe he did have a bit of an adventurous spark in him.
Okay.
Very identifiable, and if anything befell him, I'd be certain those would be what would have survived, considering they've got to be magical.
Okay.
Go look, start, behind Flynn, Gogo just like kind of lifts his one foot and looks at his own shoes, the new shoes. He doesn't say anything, he just looks.
So, essentially go and see what this land dragon is to the south. How big are we talking these things to be? Or is it just rumor at this point?
It was just rumor, and that was the whole thing. Like, he might have just been eaten by a bear for all I know. But you hear fantastical rumors, you hear giant roars at night, you try and put two and two together.
Okay, direct south or
I think in those hills? Southeast,
It's a-
maybe?
Oh! Oh, we saw it, I think. It's the T-Rex thing.
You saw it? All I kept hearing was rumors, roars.
Oh yeah, we
clamor.
saw
That's
like
right. Well,
the big
we
we
saw
saw the
a-
big dinosaur thing with spikes all on its back and stuff. Like, I wonder if it's that.
okay.
It was very loud.
Anybody got can I attempt I need to double check what the spell description says I can do.
Yep.
I do ask permission to cast magic.
Yeah, just do it behind the counter. I don't want to spook some of the... Nothing too grandiose, nothing too wild.
Nope, that's fine.
I'll just punch you in the throat if I see any funny business.
Yeah.
Please don't. I like my voice as it is currently. Where's the fucking...
I'm imagining this is in character for Flynn.
No, it's literally just...
I know, you're just looking up the spell description, just the,
There we go. Stupid. Non-magical trinket or illusionary image. Okay, can I use prestidigitation to create the illusionary image of the creature, just like in miniature on the palm of my hand that we saw?
yeah. Like, I know that overlaps with a few other cantrips, but close enough where, yeah.
Let's say you create a non-magical trinket or illusionary image that
Yeah.
can fit in the palm of your hand.
Yeah, you're good.
Yep. Okay. That kind of fit what we... Well, that's what we saw. That fit the description.
Yeah, that would probably fit the... dinosaur, you said?
That's the name we've been given.
Yeah, that's probably what the foreigners call them. I know here at the very least it's large, it has scales, it sometimes breathes shit we don't really know.
Gogo gives a vague description as best as he could remember. Like, 2 big legs, 2 front little stubby little arm things. He's got a big tail. Spikes.
I point to the image in the palm of my hand. Like, go, this thing.
Yeah, that. Yeah. I mean, I think its tail was
bigger,
a little.
but-
Yeah, I think its tail was a little bigger, but yeah, that's about right.
I'd say yeah. I put my palm up and cast prestidigitation again against the image, and put a teeny tiny version of Gogo in the palm of my hand, like to
The scale, yeah.
If you would think like you are the little thing, that I'm actually about the size, right, Gogo?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, go near that thing, find the boots.
If
Kill
you want to
it.
kill the thing, feel free, but I'm not gonna, judge either way. Just I'd like to know at least what happened to him. If he's alive, that's great. If not, I'd like to at least know so I can stop worrying.
What about you lot? Are we thinking this is something we can do? Go
Hell
and get
yeah.
some boots, possibly go and get this sorted for assuage this man's guilt and possibly get ourselves set up for a meeting.
I think we can do that very easily because we are like awesome, strong. We can go and get a
Gogo?
man's boots, and we can kill the thing too.
Looking round to just the rest of the party to be...
I'll just nod.
Rose, Ben,
Dave.
Yeah.
Liam.
Yeah.
Just simply be like, yes, another quest.
If you guys do kill the thing, if you brought me back something cool just to see it, like, I'd probably take your word for it either way if you found the boots, but I'd really like to just have something to show off, maybe mounted behind us or something.
We'll try and bring back the whole thing.
It's
It's a bit big.
too big for
It
that.
is.
Well, yeah, but
It's-
if we all get like a leg each and then like an arm
No,
each,
let's just chop his head off.
Oh, even that'll be too heavy for most of us to carry and unwieldy. We'll bring you something back. Don't worry. This is gonna be dangerous, so we best get some stuff. We're going to.
We
He
need-
pulls out a different large pitcher and a few more rounded, smaller flasks, and fills it up with a thick, syrupy liquid, corks them all off, and passes them each to you.
Cute.
You just have that in a pitcher.
You'd be surprised how handy it comes when a bar fight breaks out to just have it in your on hand.
Huh.
Keep it behind the counter. Obviously, most of them don't know what it is in the first place, but you tell them
I'm-
some cough syrup to drink up.
I am surprised no one has thought of that before.
yeah. Well, the problem is if someone drinks too much, they might explode.
And that's why it's behind the counter.
Yeah, it's like if you drink too much ale and you get the shits.
So have we all got one health potion each now? Is that?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
It
oh,
is.
fucking awesome.
Would any of the merchants that you were speaking of earlier have any extra things that if we wish to buy some supplies?
So, a lot of the loud, big ones have a lot of huge ticket items right outside the shop because they're rich and they can afford to.
Okay.
Personal advice, if you're not looking for anything incredibly expensive and showy, or if you're looking for something more useful per cost,
Mhm.
small place, go out the door, turn left, weave through a little bit of the residential, you'll find another place.
Okie dokie. Got that. We'll set that up and yeah. Is there anything else anyone wish to speak, or I think we've taken up enough of your time? I'm sure most of your people are most of your customers are probably getting sick of us hogging your time.
They're good. I mean, we have staff to help with that.
True. Look back kind of over my shoulder to the rest of the group. We good?
No, I want to go kill the land dragon.
Tomorrow or the day after?
Now,
Why? What have we got
Even-
earmarked for the day tomorrow?
Well, it takes nearly 2 days for us to get there.
You guys did kind of zigzag around in fairness, but
Mhm.
also yes. And I will also say, when I say a day of travel, I mean the 8 hours, not the 24 hours, but
Yeah, that's what I was kind
Yeah.
of going for, but it's still like even
Yeah, 'cause-
sorting it out, it's still somewhere about there-ish is where we last saw it.
oh yeah.
So that's a day. That's 2. Yeah. But I think if we're good for that, I think we will. Thank you for the drinks, and I think we will get ourselves sorted.
yeah.
Your assistance, and we will hopefully check back in with you with anywhere from a guy in a very fancy set of boots to a set of boots with something extra to go with.
Yeah, whatever you manage, just don't make me send people after you. That's my only request, please.
Don't worry, we'll make sure at least some of us manage to get out of there. To be honest, I think this dragon's going to have a hard time chewing some of these guys up. mean,
Fair enough.
Whereas you can
yeah,
be a
I
mouth.
mean, sorry, what?
What, you didn't hear me?
No, you stumbled
Yeah.
entirely.
Oh, I just said some of us you said might be chewy, whereas you won't even be a mouthful. Was meant to be
No,
a joke.
I'd say no. I kind of just I look between Gorgor, Dave, Sir Simpington, and then Gabriel. It's like big and muscly in some armor, lots of armor, made entirely of metal.
I'm a good toothpick though.
It's not that big. Jeez. Anyway. Shall we go? Or are we going in the morning?
In the morning, more than likely. It's late now.
No, I agree completely. At the end of the day, if we were to go right now.
So, I think, yeah, if that's the case, we will leave the good man to get back to his business. In the meantime, I am going to slowly finish the rest of this whiskey.
Yep. It does taste like high shelf stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And there was no charge on that one. They just passed it along to
Oh,
you
yeah,
while we
I know.
talked.
That's why he is
Yeah.
enjoying it. It's like, free drinks. Hey, barman, I need to talk to you. Oh, God, here we go. Nice. So, yeah. Otherwise, spend the time to enjoy the drink. Is there any further conversation to be had? Or otherwise, up to the rooms and rest?
So Simpleton will go over to Flynn
Uh-huh.
and he'll just be like, "So, are you and Lovey an item or a thing?"
Nope. We are
Well,
two people that travel in the same group.
hmm.
Why, are you taking an interest?
No, it's your negging technique.
No, what, sorry?
You know when you like annoy a girl to become more attractive to them, or you pay
Treat
them
'em
like
mean, keep 'em keen.
I'm treating her honestly. So, there's no meanness or maliciousness in what I say.
Well, no, that's why I was thinking, or maybe you're an item. Maybe you're trying to seduce her to woo her through like negative reinforcement. It's from a book I read.
I'm afraid it's not a book I would have read, nor an attempt I am trying.
Oh, what are you doing then?
Making conversation.
Okay.
I have, yeah, everything I'm saying is just part of the conversation that comes up. She seems to react negatively to her own words being used. I'm presuming you approached me away from loving.
Well, I assume you sat at the bar drinking whiskey, and I would
Yeah.
just walk over. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I say.
Well, I was going to give you some hints on how to neg her more effectively, but I realise that's not what you're trying to do now, so that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Very well, another drink on me.
I won't say no to that. Okay, another drink of this on him.
One of those as well, please.
I warn you, it's a quite a fine drink. I presume the drinks are brought over eventually, Ash.
Yeah.
That's okay. I'm quite strong and take poisons and alcohol quite effectively.
The
Someone
party
who will-
takes probably 1 silver and drinks apiece, by the way.
Say 2 silver. Okay.
I will mark that money. Somewhere.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay, you do it.
I think that was more of a those drinks in particular were the main things that was brought up there.
I mean, I
But yeah.
figured the entire party was having a little bit of drinking with their stay.
Yeah,
I won't be.
Fair enough.
Don't need to.
so besides trying to impress your great lady, what else do you intend to do with your travels with us? Anything in particular you wish to go and see or do?
Particularly, just win glory, see the world. That's about it, really.
Simple but noble goals. I can respect that. I think the main
Yes.
thing. I'm sure the tales. Well, I'm sure I will be telling the tales of this adventure long after we've finished it.
Hopefully, if we don't all die.
Does that worry you, or
Um, I don't tend to think about it much. I doubt it. I don't think so. We die, and I assume my soul will go to Glacier. I'm not really sure on that fine point.
well, the stronger your devotion, more than likely she might pay more attention to it, give it special consideration.
Hopefully.
I see. I think you're. You may have looked up this group. We've had. Well, apparently they've had about. I think 3, maybe 4 interactions with her, from what I've understood, since since they've got to this land. So
I have 5 actually.
I love how this quiet moment has both
One
got.
that worship Glacier.
Yeah. Yes.
I imagine this is one of those Gorgor is just the small child that's wandered over kind of
Yeah,
situation.
no, Gorgor is in that sense. Gorgor is an enigma. He has that uncanny ability.
Probably walks past with like two mugs, both for himself, that need
Yeah.
refills.
And just answers as he goes without you guys having noticed he was there in the first place.
Well, potentially more. I've met them later, but you've got a good chance of meeting your lady.
Yes, I must admit, I was saying before, I was quite surprised. Like, I thought I knew some cult, some sex to the lady in SECTS. And I was I thought I was a very select group. I think I still am, but it seems like Glacier's influence is far stronger than I thought.
It appears to be in this land. How did you come to follow last year, anyway?
Well, it might surprise you, but I didn't have a lot of friends when I was growing up, and I read a lot of books. One of them was Entities of the Nine Hells.
And she seemed to call from you from the pages of the book.
Yes.
That is. Well, all journeys start from small, humble beginnings.
I think so.
And then you were able to find, by the sounds of it, some of those more interested in her favour throughout your life, I presume?
So I managed to find books and people who know how to channel her power. but I combined it with my own training to
Your own
I was-
training.
well, martial, not that house of the night we went to yesterday.
Probably is yesterday now.
Well,
Yeah.
yesterday, today.
Yeah.
Earlier.
I feel like we've been in this inn for 2 weeks now. It's
Well, I don't know if Google maybe slipped some more of that time skip drink on us. No, martial training, you say? Who taught
yes.
you?
One of the advisors my father brought in.
Must be someone of some influence to have brought some great advisors through who have trained you to the skill that you are at.
Yes, to armor me, to train me. Yes, I think I was expected to be a holy warrior at some point, because you see, my older brother Chade, he's obviously he was going to take over, so I was expected to go and serve somewhere else.
Uh-huh. And your brother still... And has your brother assumed that, or is he still waiting in the wings, as it were?
It was last year, and my father was still in rude health. My brother was waiting to take the reins.
Sorry, you kind of a little bit on the your father something health.
My father is in rude health. He's alive.
Okay. It was just one of those things where I was just like, I get what you're trying to say, but I can't understand a word what you're saying. No,
Oh
okay.
yes.
No. Well, at least whilst your brother is waiting patiently, you're at least making something of your life. Still fulfilling the goal that is before you.
Yes. Aren't we all trying to find our way in this world?
That we are. And I think the way will continue with, well, that way will lead to some interesting times still.
Quite. To interesting times.
To interesting times. What were those interesting times? I think I will head off before this drink gets further to my head. It was a pleasure to talk to you, sir.
And you.
Slowly panning to the rest of the party as Gorgor returns with his drinks. Lovey, Paladin, Dave, Gabriel, how's your night going?
I'm sitting back, people watching, and just listening, really, just finding what's going on in the world.
Alright.
So, Paladin Dave,
Yeah.
I'm kind of frightened to ask, but have you ever seen the Golden Nugget before?
I don't think so, no.
So you've never seen it?
Nope.
Oh. Has Gabriel or Dan seen it?
Not sure, to be honest.
That's all I wanted to know.
Gabriel, do you chime in on that any? Because this conversation is happening at your table.
Unless she directly asks me, no, I wouldn't say nothing.
Fair enough.
you think they're talking about over there? They seem to be quite intensely discussing things.
I don't know. Should we go and find out?
No.
I'm sure if it's important, they will come to us.
That's it. That's why I don't think it's important, really. You know? Like,
Hmm.
I assume it's something to do with Flynn trying to get Sir Simpington to like him, blah, blah, blah. You know, the usual.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, I should probably tell somebody. By the way, I called up Glacier. Saying.
Okay.
It's all fine. She didn't try and kill us. In fact, she might come for a drink with us sometime if you guys are up for that.
Okay. Where the hell's this going?
I don't know. I was just like, oh, okay. So I was angry at Flynn because literally every time I speak to him, he just says that he's repeating my own words, but he's not. He's twisting my words. It's his whole deal. Don't get me wrong. So I was really annoyed, and I was like, well, he told me I couldn't speak to Glacier, so fuck him. I'm going to rebel against him because he's literally like every man I've ever met, where they're a little bit. They're unable to deal with women who are in control and who are slightly powerful, which is understandable, you know. It's like misogynism, blah blah blah. So then I called up Glacier, and now I realised I might have massively fucked up because of Cecily attachment.
So to clarify, which one are you? He says you can't deal with women who are powerful and what? Sorry,
In control.
in control. So which one are you, powerful or in control?
Or do you think they are mutually exclusive?
No, you said powerful or in control. So which one are you?
I don't know. I believe myself. I believe
So
myself to be.
your way
made
of
up.
getting back at him is by going away and hooking up with Glacier.
With it. Excuse me, that didn't happen. I just it's not that my way getting back at him. It was just I needed to talk to somebody because literally every other time that I try to talk to somebody within this group, it's Gorgor, who, whilst he is becoming one of my closest friends, doesn't quite understand what I'm getting at, or it's Flintsire, and he is just trying to tear down my confidence constantly. It's
Gorgor
just
doesn't understand anyone. He's in a world of Gorgor.
well, there's no
So
harm in that.
I never said there was one. But
Sorry,
there's
you.
plenty of other people.
Oh, I was confiding in you.
I know, and I'm listening. I think I'm listening. I'm listening. Yes, I am listening. And I'm just pointing out. We all know what Gorgor is. He's
Yeah.
Gorgor.
And I wouldn't want him any other way. I just don't believe he'd understand what I'm trying to say. Does that make sense? He doesn't have
Mm.
a brilliant understanding of complex feelings. Even though there's no problem with that, it's just simply core.
As long,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, as long as you feel you've done right and you're keeping yourself safe and not endangering yourself, then that's fine. I mean, talk to who you feel you need to, who you feel you'll get the best out of. Just be careful.
I will be, and please, I do not intend to, cause danger to ourselves. Even though I think a little bit of danger is quite good, especially when we're going after a T-Rex tomorrow. So, I just mean that I really wanted to put it to bed, except for it feels like the wound opened deeper. Maybe he's just been hurt by a woman before. I'm not quite sure what's happened, but
Personally, I'll just ignore him.
yeah, but that feels slightly rude, and I was brought up to be very polite to people.
When I say ignore, I mean don't let him get to you. Just let it just brush off you. If he wants a response, the best way of dealing with it is just ignore him. Don't bite it.
I mean, yeah, that is a good way. That's what people used to say to deal with bullies.
Yeah. Or respond in a positive way to really wind him up.
I don't think there's much that really winds him up. Well, I do think there is because he seems to bite every single time. Maybe it's when people they're so insecure that they have to drag other people down to their lower and below them. Oh, I'm just talking about the time, really. I don't know. Life,
I think
eh?
it'd be fascinating to find out either way. But we'll
This is
see.
it. Yeah, definitely. So, how are you doing?
Sorry?
How are you doing?
Oh, I'm fine. Feel like a statue. I think I've been standing here for a good couple of days.
Yeah.
Be good to stretch our legs tomorrow on a new
Yes.
adventure.
Cool. All right then. Well, thank you for the chat, Gabriel. I do appreciate it.
I'm always here.
So when are we leaving then? Are we gonna go today?
Oh, Gogo. That's. I think we're going in later today because it's currently, and I'll look out to see where the moon is in the sky and be like, it's sometime early morning because I don't have the key market. But yeah, we can go. We can go in the morning. Maybe we should get some rest.
I mean, I'm not tired though, so
I think Flynn's going to tell us off if we don't get a good night's rest. I mean, I think we should party, but this doesn't seem like a very big party town.
no.
So, Betty Buys time?
Yeah, right. We'll go later then. Good night.
Up to bed. Good night.
Good night, one and all.
Mm-hmm. Off to rest we head.
DM.
All right, everyone good? Anyone doing anything in the middle of the night? Anyone doing anything before bed?
Gogo is going to talk out loud to himself, or at least technically not to himself. Going to talk to Glacia and basically, whether she listens or not, he doesn't know. But he's basically going to start mumbling in his room to himself about wanting to have powers like Lovey and like how the succubus people do, and wanting to get the same powers because that would be really cool. And the powers off you. And I don't expect she'll even pay 2 minds to it. He'll just kind of just mumble it for like 10 minutes or so, and then when he feels he's done, he'll go bed. Because essentially it's technically a prayer, isn't it? Technically. In the very broadest sense.
Throw me a d100.
Okay. Okay.
You may choose to add or subtract your religion proficiency bonuses to that.
Ah, yes. -2. That's
All
what
right, so do you want a +2 or a -2 on it?
Just put in -2, fuck it.
All right.
So you
I will
want
keep
to
that
add
in mind.
-2 instead of minus.
Yeah, I'm just minus, so she's technically -4, but yeah.
Well, no, minus means it's a plus.
If you subtract -2, you add 2.
But yeah, so
Yeah.
literally Gorgo's just gonna sit on the end of the bed, like, just mumbling out loud to himself, thinking he's talking, because Glacier said that if we ever wanted to just to call for us sort of thing, so that's what he's, in his mind, doing. And then he'll just go to bed.
Fair enough.
I'm not sure if I do this at night or in the morning, but I would like to change my spells, DM, by communing
Yep.
with the nature. So I will open the windows wide and look out to the tree. Well, to the thatched roofs, which technically got hay, and look up to the night sky and hey, please, thank you.
Yeah, because I think
Okay.
I think they technically happen when you finish the rest, so it'll be like morning.
Yeah, or in the morning, when the dawn is breaking, etc.
Mm.
You can
That
hear
is
the cockerel off in the farmer's yard, cock-a-doodle-looing. Nature is brilliant. I'm a druid.
Yeah, and it's the commune is the whole time. Like you don't have to commune at a specific hour or anything. It's just you could commune the night before and your powers would be restored the next morning. Like, yeah, rough roleplay gameplay mechanics. Like you get it when you get it, but
Yeah.
you can commune with the moon if you really want to.
You know what,
I'll
moon?
commune with the moon. What spells do I want?
Wait, so you wanted to change your spells, but you don't know what to?
No, I knew which one. Because most of my spells that I had at the time
Yeah.
were very utility wise. Like I had speak with animals, speak with plants, speak with every part of nature. I'm like, I kind of should maybe change that. So I'm going to change it. I will keep with speak with plants anyway, just in case we need to talk to a tree about where the T-Rex is. But druid life, am I right?
No, you're left.
Sorry.
You said, "Are you right?" I said,
He's,
"No, you're
he's
left."
mocking you.
Technically, you're
Oh
both
my
right.
god! Like, sorry.
Starting already.
See,
I hadn't had a conversation with Lovey. I had to get the sarcasm out somewhere.
Oh, it's all right. I understand now. Lovey is clued into the
Lovey
misogyny.
has thought she's clued in. Simpington thought he clued in as well.
Well, maybe stop being such a dick, and we won't think you're acting like one. Maybe. Oh.
Stop being a dick.
Get
You
the
just don't
boys
like
in.
hearing your own words.
All right. Let's calm down, guys.
Just so you know, me and Michael are really good friends. This is all
Oh
in
no,
game.
come on, let's calm down, calm down.
Yes, for all three people watching the stream, they are definitely
sit down,
friends.
have a drink.
Oh god! Hello, 3 people.
There is more
Are
than
those
3.
three?
I was just
I was
joking.
about to say, are those the 3 people who aren't us?
Yes.
Oh, do I want a sword or a bull?
Sword or a bull? You take the bull every fucking time.
Not bull, as in like, ball, as in like football.
Oh, I thought you said bull.
Bull. No, it sounded like you said bull, not ball.
Yeah, I thought you was gonna like summon like animals or some bullshit.
Yeah, just
because you were a druid. Because you were a druid, I never thought to question it because it made sense.
I
gonna do
summoned
that.
beef to beat the crap out of it.
Mince beef.
That's what it is after the creatures got hold of it.
If Ash would allow me to make it shaped like a bull, I will pick it. Can I have some minotaur inspiration for when I cast this specific spell?
oh my god, yeah, yeah.
Cool.
Fuck you, Bill. The pain then in Ash just like she knew she had to say yes, but she didn't want to.
Cool.
I know what I have to do, but I don't have the strength to do it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wait, I need to change that spell name in my thing. Carry on. Sorry. I do apologize.
Rest of the party, I know you guys had talked about also wanting magic items before heading out. I don't know if that was specific or
It was along the lines of if it was any of the supplies we needed to go and grab, we now have a place to go and grab them.
Yeah, Google has some money, but I don't think he wants anything at the minute.
I think you guys did do your good bit of shopping. I'm just more making sure.
Yep.
Someone
Let's say make sure
asked.
we've got.
Thought I'd check.
Yeah, just make sure we've got enough food to get us there and back, essentially.
What level are we? 6.
6, yeah.
Six,
Because what it was, I was double checking because I'd rolled my hit dice, but I hadn't actually applied it. I'd added the spells from my barbarian class, but I forgot to like add HP and like change the level on the sheet.
Mhm.
That's why I was double checking because I was confused because I could have sworn we'd spoke about it, but yeah, I'd forgotten.
And then yeah, is everyone level 6? Is everyone good?
Yeah, I'm all I had to do was add
Yep.
my HP on and change the number. That was it.
Yeah.
8. Oh, I get another spell. Yeah, all good.
All right. So everyone good to head off then?
Yeah,
You believe so? Yep.
I'm gonna go and punch a T-Rex.
All right, sounds good. So everyone, you wake up in the morning, you head out. Who was taking point? How are you making your trail?
What the fuck was that?
Weird. What is that
Michael?
sound then?
It's Michael.
Oh, sorry. I'm looking through the book in my hand, so I've just been tapping on it.
It sounded like you did a woodworking project.
It sounded like someone slapping, like, you know, a cup when you like palm it to like make that popping sound.
No, I've literally got the cover of the book right next against the mic, and then I've just been tapping against the cover of the book.
But who Gabriel is normally the one that leads us, isn't he?
I am more than happy to.
I will
Point me in
help.
the direction.
I will help. We're going back to the hills where we came from, where we saw the T-Rex before, because that's the thing that I think we need to kill. Pretty sure that is the thing we need to kill.
Yeah.
If you can get us back there, that would be like super cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
Whilst we're walking, can I pull into one side? Because I'm guessing we're going after the thingamajiggy. I'll wait a second. I'll wait until other people can't hear.
All right.
Yes, lovey.
Oh, are we able to fall back a little bit so I can gain his?
Well, I'll let Gabriel continue on his own, and I will back up. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
How good are you at landing a jump?
What, like the when I jump and then land?
Yeah, like, are you good at landing where you precisely want to land?
Yeah.
Cool. How would you feel about riding a T-Rex?
That would be actually kind of cool.
Ah, shit! I know what spell you picked.
Let's make it happen.
How are we gonna do it? Oh, we're like, because isn't it gonna be like trying to kill us?
So what it'll be is, so I've got this access to this spell that allows for you to have like the legs of a cricket. Your legs don't turn into like a cricket. It just gives you the same kind of power, meaning that you should be able to jump high enough to get on its back, and then you just hold on for dear life.
Oh. So yeah, because then if I jump on its back, I can like cast all my spells into the back of its head until it falls over.
Exactly. And could you imagine like the tapestry of it, of you kind of casting spells as you ride on a T-Rex?
It's actually kind of cool. Flips
Cool.
cape of many fashions, and the other one billows together at the same time in thought.
The cloak of billowing fashion.
Yeah, the cloak of billowing fashions.
Grover, can you roll me a 2d20?
One day, this is gonna bite him in the ass. And I think
man, 11 and 12. Good to know.
I'm gonna say I'm pretty sure, like the way I've understood it is, I think it's if the numbers match, something's gonna happen, and that was pretty fucking close.
Basically, when we go into the fight, get to me. I'll then cast it on you.
Okay.
So you can.
Oh well, I will stay by you until we're ready to like kick the shit out of it anyway.
Oh, cool. Sounds like a plan to me.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so much fun.
Oh yeah, no, Gorgo's like deliriously happy at the idea because you can now almost see the imagery in his head as he's kind of picturing all the cool badass moments and how fun it's gonna be. Like he's almost imagining like left hand holding onto one of the like the spinal like protrusions, and then like right hand just going to fucking town with these spells.
It does
I'm-
sound like a heavy metal album
It
cover.
does, literally, this fucking orc wizard riding the back of a dire T-Rex, beating the living shit out of it.
I'm just saying that. I'm really hoping you roll well enough on your thing to make sure you at least don't end up skewered on one of its back spines when you jump on it.
I'll be okay.
I mean, you rage, it doesn't matter, so just like pull yourself closer.
Yeah, I'll be okay. If
You don't have to-
I get impaled, then I don't get to fall off.
Yeah, you won't fall off, it's a better anchor.
Yeah. You're not trapped in here with me. I'm trapped in here
I'm
with
trapped
you.
on here with you.
Fucking hell. I literally, Gorgor is the shittest character I've ever made, but I honestly have some of the best fun playing him. Like mechanically and thematically, he's the shittest one I have ever made, but he's arguably one of the most fun.
And I will say, on the Warhorse Fine Steed, just make sure I have that. Like, you can't outrun the party unless you want to outrun the party, kind of thing. But it does save you exhaustion, especially like not literal, but like figurative.
Yeah.
You know,
It gives you a higher vantage point. It lets you scout better. Like the party will still travel at the same pace, but you know they have better safety because of it.
So Simpleton's just doing it for status, so I'm not looking for mechanical gain. Like,
Absolutely.
he's not going to walk if he doesn't have.
Oh no, I absolutely agree on that one. Absolutely agree on that one. Just wanted to more make sure that was
Yeah.
Gives you tons of flexibility, makes it safer overall for the party, does benefit. And yeah, the thing does just last forever, so.
Yep.
Always love that spell.
Mm-hmm.
All
I
right.
love how I only got it as Evan and started using it about 2 levels before I got access to the winged variant.
And at basically the same level Vian got it.
Yeah. Hey, yes, I can summon this. Oh look, I can do that too.
Evan's just like, I have a horse. Vian's like, yeah, I have one of those. It's like, Vian, that's not a horse.
I did genuinely. That was really funny. It's like, yeah, that's not a horse. I can imagine you go up to like giant like cockatoos that turns people into stone and be like, try and ride it, and everyone's like, that's not a horse.
It's fucking it's another stupid thing that Bros finds funny. Like, it's not a worm, it is a fish.
Yeah.
But
it is one of those things where it's like, I mean, especially from like Fey bullshit, it's like, oh, I mean, it's kind of a horse though.
It's horse adjacent.
Sorry.
Yeah, okay, so the party is setting off. They did get the supplies they needed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's do this.
Well,
Yes.
While I'm like near the back talking with Lavi, I will keep an eye out for things just generally like while we're traveling, because it might have moved. What if it's like over there?
Or sneaking up right behind us.
Yeah. So I will keep an eye out for T-Rex.
All right. It is obviously a long ride, long walk, but as you guys advance, it does still get to keep your head about. Give me perception checks, Gorgor and anyone related.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone related to Gogo?
No, anyone else who is also doing perceptions.
Yeah.
I guess I will if I'm
I believe Gabe
around.
was.
We're all doing it. I'm not
If you guys are filling other roles, like if somebody is like making sure the ground around is better, like roll survival instead. It's split up your roles.
Yeah,
You each
so-
get one roll to spend as you please.
I'm at the front looking out.
So Simpleton would have advantage on this one just from the benefits the steed is providing. Like, it's not using the help action, but you have the benefits of the help action. All right, like akin to.
Yeah.
Like you have figurative help, not literal help, but same difference.
Yep. I get it. The being mounted on the horse helps me. The horse isn't holding binoculars for me. I
Yeah.
get it.
That'd be pretty cool if it could.
Well, it's just like, he has better mobility to ride around in. He can get a better view. He can get a higher view.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it.
Like behind the
The thing
screen,
is,
his
you can't
DC's
hit-
like lower because of it.
Well, that's why I just give him advantage.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
And say, well, that's the thing is, if he's looking at something specific and he's like, I can't quite, and kind of got his hands off the reins, he can still just telepathically tell his horse to go closer.
Yeah.
All right. As you guys are going, you don't see any immediate signs of the creature you're hunting itself or Mr. Three Cups. They're not immediately visible. But you guys are making good time. I know Gabriel said he's heading the party. Is anyone making survival? Oh yeah, Lovey is making survival. Good.
Yes.
I did a survival.
Lovey keeps the party away from like pitfalls, any like troubles they may encounter. Gorgor keeping an eye on the rear of the party, doesn't see anything coming up behind them. Feels pretty confident in that.
Yeah.
I love the minor slip there.
What?
Keeps an eye on his behind, on the rear.
Yeah, Gorgor's keeping the rear well secured.
Oh,
welcome.
shut up, Rose. Jesus Christ.
He likes the rear.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
I'll be back in 1 second. I've got to go and give a rocket ship to a cat.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got to go and play with his rear.
Rocket ship.
But yeah, Lovey does keep the general party safe, keeps them away from, oh hey, that might lead to something dangerous. Oh hey, that might be a little unsafe ground. Like that looks a little like cracked and dry.
Mhm.
Lovey keeps the party on a good path following like the line that roughly Flynn had drawn of we last saw it kinda over here.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Gabriel, at the front of the party, you don't see anything huge that stands out. You do just see a lot of hilly areas, a lot of trees. But the party is making pretty good time. Like, the party's not seeing much of interest, but the party is making pretty good time.
Cool.
The party could choose between pushing on before nightfall to get there as the sun is setting, maybe have a sunset showdown. This party did go to bed and then almost instantly head out, so you guys do have hours in the day left over, but you are feeling a little drained on energy.
I would recommend making camp fresh for the fight.
Yeah. So, do you see anywhere though that we can do that, or are we just gonna have to like do it in the field?
It's up to you, like where we want to get. Where
So
we
we're
want
doing
to
it in a
make camp.
I don't mind doing it in the field. It's just just a little open.
We'll be fine if we're doing it in a field.
Fine.
Do
Okay.
it in a field.
All right.
What is going on today?
Is any attempt being made at safety, or are you guys just plop down wherever?
Doing it in the field.
I'll watch like while I'm not sleeping, but
You'll watch while people do it in the field. All right, I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah. Can I have a look out for some area there? Sorry, where the grass is higher, if that makes sense. So we should be obscured from view a little bit.
Yeah, give me one person rolling a survival check and another person rolling a perception check to try and find a good place to set down, and then like perception to find the place and survival to make sure it's a good place.
I'm only a +2 on mine, so please leave me out of these checks.
It's whoever just wants to. You run up, you volunteer. Easy peasy.
Like I say, I roll a perception. 22.
Yep. You spot a few different places that look to fit your description.
Cool. Is anybody double checking the area?
If no one else wants to do it, I will, but I'm sorry if it's a bad roll.
Gorgor,
Yeah.
That's it.
why don't you go over to that place over there and just see if it's comfortable and that there's no danger?
Okay. I'll go over there.
Cool. Do a spell.
Sure.
Tech safety.
Okay. I will go over and I will check if the place is like okay for us to be in and stuff.
Wait, how long does it take for Gorgor to do Liam's tiny huts? Because he's got to build it, right?
Only if
Sorry.
he's casting it as ritual.
Yeah, I ritually cast.
It would. I'm about to say it would be the inverse. Instead of it taking 10 minutes to cast, it would take 8 hours to put together, and then 10 minutes before it fell over again.
That sounds about right.
I love him. Bless his little heart.
Of
But yeah,
course,
Gabriel,
this-
you don't see any like huge tracks or anything. You don't see any wild animals in the immediate vicinity. Like obviously, wildlife has generally come through here, but given Lovey was looking for tall grass, most of the creatures that you would find in the immediate vicinity would be more likely prey than hunter. Though obviously something does need to eat the prey, so you're kind of 50-50 on this one. Like it should be safe because most of the time prey hides in tall grass, but predators hunt prey, so
they'd be in the tall grass hunting it.
you're kind of hoping for the best on that one, but you're at least confident enough. Like you're not laid down in an empty, craggy field at the very least. Like you don't look like a meal.
So we're safe. That's the main thing.
Yeah. Like you're not guaranteed safe, but you're safer than you'd be in other places, thanks to Lovey pointing it out. Alright, and the party makes up camp with Gorgor casting a tiny hut.
Yep. I will spend my time ritually casting Liam's tiny hat. Yeah.
It's the size of the hat.
Beautiful.
Oh dear.
Basically, it involves him going to the nearest tree, almost stripping it bare of its branches. Not sticks and like leaves, like its whole branches. And then just putting them in a pyramid shape.
Yeah, if Gorgor wants to roll me survival or nature choice.
That. No shit. Oh shit.
So while the party had been sat there joking about what was probably going to happen,
You know-
Gorgor has actually built like a luxury hotel out of sticks, effectively. Like it's still
What it
made out of
is,
sticks.
I use my druid craft to basically make little vines that have like held it together surprisingly well.
Mhm.
Nice.
Yeah.
I've just realised I could have done that already, but never mind. I like that you did it.
I did a thing, and it was a very good thing, and now I'm like super cool. Finger guns.
Did he say finger guns when he did finger guns?
Oh fuck yeah!
Of course he did.
It's actually finger muskets.
Beautiful.
Oh no, that sounded really weird. My brain is in a weird position tonight. So, we have the place where we're doing it in a field now. Oh,
Mhm.
can we camp?
Yeah, you guys have a good shelter from the elements. You guys are well defended. You guys are well established.
Could I put Cinders on mousing duty? if that makes sense. And by that I mean I'm going to put him so he looks at it, and if he spots anything coming towards us at a fast pace, he will wake me up. Because that's what familiars apparently can do, but I have completely forgotten it, despite every person I've got having a familiar.
You absolutely may.
I'll put him on.
I feel like saying
Yeah.
a joke along the lines of she's not familiar with that ability would not go down well.
Sorry?
Nothing.
Did
It's good.
you just say something about going down? Is that what I just heard from your
No,
Michael?
no.
Yeah. Flynn was talking about going down.
Oh dear. I'm gonna go for a little bit. I'll be back in a minute.
No, the timing of that was perfect because Belial just play for the applause sticker.
Chat, chat and team, do we want to take like 2 minutes here? Just while you guys rest up for the night before we go into the following morning?
If people want to take 2 minutes, go for it.
Okie dokie.
Alright, I will BRB, just refilling my water.
Okay. God damn it. Dude, that was timed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Dustin, I don't know how kept up you are with my D&D campaign, but this Saturday is looking like it might be the campaign finale. Episode 57.
He plans to kill us.
I intend to try. It's just how receptive you are to murder. Are you receptive to murder?
No.
Then okay, so I'm gonna have to make them receptive to murder, then give them murder.
Power to us.
Yep. I do love how also it's like, right, we need to find a place to set up and relax and everything. And it's like, I'm playing a bard, and I made sure this time I didn't pick Leomund's. We need a safe place. Ah,
We
shit.
got Google's Stickhouse instead. It's fine.
Yeah.
Mansion Stickhouse.
Gorgor is not receptive to murder. Gorgor is an enigma and a matter of energy that is just unstoppable. It's like I was saying just before you turned up. I was saying to these guys, Gorgor is the shittest character I've ever made, but one of the funniest.
Mm-hmm.
Same for Simpington. Like, it's
Mm.
dumb, but it's very fun.
Yeah.
I don't think Gorgor's a character I could ever play for, like, multiple years. Like, so,
no.
like, it's not got that type of legs, but it is fun.
It's a short form kind of joke character, basically.
Yeah, but it's a joke character that still gets shit done.
Oh, yeah.
I've crippled myself in terms of, like, combat output, which is what a barbarian's meant to be, but,
Well,
I've replaced it with
barbarian is
roleplay potential.
Let's say damage output from a barbarian is second to damage sponge, really. Yes, great deal of damage can be put out, but the more job is to be the one thing that draws all the enemy fire.
Yeah.
Let's say, had you been planning 2 weeks to ask that question
Which one?
about Flynn and Luffy's interactions?
Oh,
I had actually, yeah.
Sent
It
in
was one of those like, oh, I wish I'd asked at the end of the last session. I was like, you know what?
Fine, I'll wait until this one just to ask.
Yeah.
I was like, no, and it's like one of those questions of like, okay, right, are you two together? No. By all means, you can if you wish.
It was mainly like a negging delivery system to deliver the concept of negging into the world.
Yeah, we figured that.
Yeah.
Yes. This absolutely terrible idea. Have you been doing this the entire time? No.
Yeah, basically.
I did love the two sides of the conversation. Of I just love how it's like these two obviously have there's some problem in their communications between each other. Instead of trying to clear it up, they're just trying to make everybody else pick sides around them.
I'm back, and sorry about that. I apparently got pranked.
What?
Oh, okay.
Car got home 2 p.m.
Right.
and I'm like, and car immediately left. I'm like, cool. That was people going downstairs, hopping in the car, going off to get groceries. Car gets home 3:15. I go downstairs, and not only no groceries, people are just missing from the car.
Wait, so the cars come back, but seemingly no one's home.
The actual, because it's a 4-person house. The person who owns the car is home, but like, the people who left for groceries did not come back in the car. I don't know. I'm not quite. It's not a big. It was just.
Ash.
Yeah, I went downstairs.
Ash.
Yeah.
Let's be honest with each other. When the groceries eventually come, you're gonna find housemate steaks. They've gone to somewhere better, and eventually your stomach.
Well,
God, I hope
Danny was
so.
coming up with a Tesla horror story, like the car just comes back and there's no one in it.
It's like Christine all over again.
Well, normally what it is like car gets home, other 2 housemates hop in car, the 3 of them go off and get groceries.
Hmm.
Except today, nobody got in the car. One of them walked to the local grocery store. Now the car is going to pick them up from the local grocery store. And I'm like, why didn't they?
I mean, it's backwards.
Yeah.
Just leave them to it. As long as groceries
Yeah.
eventually get to your house, like, I just wouldn't even give 2 shits.
Oh yeah, I'm not questioning it. It was more just kind of funny. I'm like, okay, I heard the front door, and then the car got home. Like an hour after I heard the front door. You see where the math gets funny?
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like they've done it in a very backwards way for no reason.
I don't question it. I still appreciate it. They're fantastic housemates. No complaint. Just very bamboozled.
Just leave them to it.
Because from my room, I can see where the driveway is. Like, I can just sit up, see the driveway, and be like, oh, people are home with groceries. Easy, job done.
Ah, yes, the food's here. I mean, everyone's here.
But yeah, it's fine. It was comedic. Anyway, sorry, shall we? Party has their
Rose, you here? So I think Rose is the only person I didn't hear back.
Yes. Alright, her family can just have a different watch.
Yeah. She can just do
I
it.
think I was intending to watch the whole time, quote unquote, but
Yeah, we can keep doing it in a field until she gets back.
yeah. Gabriel, I know you tend to like having overnight watches because you
Well-
can just be inactive for a chunk of it.
Yeah, I can just sit and chill, can't I? Just by watching and listening.
Welcome back, Lovey, and no obligations on that one, Gabriel. It was more just following player habits, checking in on everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I will go. I'm gonna do some watching first, and then go to sleep. So I will.
Alright.
Whoever is doing the eyeball watching first, I will be with them.
Well, that's very, very generous of you, Gogo.
Yeah.
So doubling up for watches.
Fuck.
I know you wanted to have your familiar do a watch. I know Gabriel usually likes to do 1 or 2 watches, and then Gorgor volunteered for a watch.
Not anymore. When you see the
Gorgor
roll.
volunteered for a listen as he stares at a tree.
No, what it is, Gogo volunteered for a watch
Oh,
and then fell asleep.
Shoot.
He's like, don't worry, guys, I got this.
Oh,
What's happened?
please, Nat 20. No! Some bad stuff's going to happen tonight.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah, terrible stuff. Mhm.
He's gonna
I
get
say I
cut.
would have doubled up for watch at some point, but
You're going to join us on a
Okay.
3. I'll try and lift that terrible size.
I'll take the early morning watch.
Uh-oh.
So, watch 3.
Gabriel's about to get touched in the bum.
Oh, man, those are some rolls. That's a lot of maximized dice.
Your D20s were
Right.
dog shit, but everything else is pretty good.
I mean, to be fair, a 5, 6, 7. and then, damn.
Alright, so you guys are attacked by 2d6 goblins and 5d10 bugbears. Roll initiative.
Good lord.
Hold on, let me get my character. There we go. I'm going to roll my initiative and get in that one as well.
I'm completely joking on that one and winding you guys up with your bad rolls.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't think my rolls
be
have
honest,
been
I
above
was about to say,
15.
I'm more terrified about the fact that you rolled the goblins as the smaller number and the bugbears as the large number. It's like, oh yes, the big bruisers of the group. Let's have more of those. Fuck.
Oh no, these were goblin captains. Sorry, I misspoke.
Okay,
Jeez.
goblin chiefs. Oh yeah, that's better.
Yeah, they each
Can't get
have 1d10. Oh, okay, so you guys go about your watch. You hear a lot of rustling in the grass. It kind of like winds you up a little bit. It kind of like stirs you, but it never seems to be anything. Like you keep sitting, like you have the occasional like sit up in anticipation, like try and wake Gorgor, but he's already soft asleep, and then it's like a bunny rabbit. It's just a normal purple two-headed fire-breathing bunny rabbit like you're used to.
I am the bunny
That's
rabbit.
very normal.
Sorry, I'm just remembering the opening episode of Machina, where the bush is rustling and then the tiny little goat jumps out. Oh, little rabbit was causing all the mayhem. Boom. Fuck.
I'm more concerned about the one from Monty Python. The little bunny.
Oh, I was going Sajal.
Sajal is beautiful. Sajal was green, not purple.
Sajal is a lot better now he's dead.
Fuck
Agreed.
you.
Now he's purple.
Fuck you.
Danny, we've discussed this before.
I
Thanks
don't-
for the offer, but no.
Well, then why are you in the field with me, huh?
But yeah, so aside from being incredibly wound up and like your relaxing half of your long rest not being very relaxing, you don't seem to encounter anything.
Right. So when I wake the next ones up, I want to walk over to where that rustling was,
Mhm.
and just have a little look round.
Yeah, because you've still got 2 hours on your awake schedule, I believe.
Yeah, so I'll have a little walk over to where they were. So I want to have a
Alright.
look.
Could you roll me a stealth check and a perception check on that?
I'm not going to stealth. I'm just want to.
Okay, you're just gonna like walk over. Alright.
Yeah. Yes, it's the highest roll I've done today. 15. Come on, me.
You know you've had a bad day when you cheer in a 15.
I know.
15 after modifiers.
Mm.
Don't take that away from me. Come on.
Oh no, I'm. You do actually notice a very small lizard. Looks almost like a porcupine, hedgehog-esque type dinosaur.
How
And I use
small?
dinosaur as people vernacular. Most of the time here they're referred to as some breed of dragon or drake, just by if you saw, if you saw a drake and a dinosaur next to each other, would you really know which one's a dinosaur? Which is like they're both types of, dragonoid creatures.
Again, how small?
Literally small creature.
No. It's not going to interfere with us. That's fine.
No, it seems just a little curious, but a little scared, given your size.
Right. I'll walk back to the party then, and I feel a bit more reassured personally that it's just something little-ish.
As you walk away from it, you do hear faster rustling in the grass in the direction away from you.
So it's like scuttering away, hopefully. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
I'll pause and turn and just to make sure though.
You turn back, it's paused, and it's also turned.
Yeah, wouldn't surprise me.
I just love how easy it is to make Carl paranoid.
Well, however bad my rolls are tonight, I'm paranoid.
He's not paranoid. They are in fact out to get him, right, Ash?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, carry on. I'll let the next
Yeah,
party call their perceptions.
You don't see anything there. You don't hear any further grass rustling as after hearing it further away from you.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
You do still have a few hours of energy in you before you need to just kind of like hang out.
Yeah, just before they obviously wait the next, I'll just shut down and, well, go to sleep for it in my awake sleep mode thing.
Yeah.
Stand by.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's on watch 2 then?
That was watch 2. Come on, lads. Come on.
This is watch 3
No,
coming
it
up
is.
now. Because yeah, me and Gabriel did watch 1 together.
Gabriel
Yeah.
can do 2 watches.
Okay, so then wakes
make-
me up on. Okay, so wakes me up on watch 3 then.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'll say, just animals scattering around that I've noticed. Other than that, all is well.
Okay.
And I'll go to, it says standby.
Yeah.
I think you're with a familiar. I don't know.
I have a familiar, but given who the familiar is with, whether or not they'll be assisting me is
All right, okay,
a
fair
different
enough.
matter.
I believe the familiar was making its own perception checks across the night. Confirm, Levy?
I believe that's what she said it was doing. It was
Yeah.
mousing, wasn't it, or whatever she
Yeah,
called it.
she just wanted it just kind of like prowling around, hunting mice, and if it's got spooked by anything, run over and tell her.
Yeah.
Yes. Sorry, it took me 3 minutes then to unmute. That was stupid.
You're good, understandable.
You did a Liam.
Yeah. So what do I need to do? Do I need to do a perception for senders?
You're good. Because you weren't replying, I just checked it myself.
Yeah? Okay, cool.
And you don't have direct autonomous control over the familiar in the moment you are asleep.
Yes. It'll just be that if it gets spooked by anything, give me a heads up.
Yeah. Flynn, you make your perception roll.
Yep.
Anything particular doing? You listening, looking, direction, general?
I kind of like listen out here if there's anything. Every so often we kind of get up, do a small little lap round to make sure that there's nothing. Whereas like I'm presuming like Gorgo or Gabriel could probably have stood up and looked over the hut. I kind of have to do a little bit of a lap around it every so often to make sure that there's nothing
Yeah.
there.
So
Alright.
Gogo didn't make it with small person in mind.
I mean, it covers small person. It just doesn't help with the protection.
Alright, lap successfully completed. After a few laps, you kind of settle into the no one's here to keep an eye on you, you're kind of tired. You've put the effort in.
I'm mostly awake, so
Yeah. You're pretty confident. You're like, look, I did a few laps. I don't think you're confident enough that there's not anything where you don't want to just waste energy for no reason. Like, you go around, it seems secure. You're free to keep running laps if you want to, but you're pretty confident and secure.
yeah, every so often go out and do another one just to be certain. So.
Alright. You guys manage? Across your night, you do see cinders pass by you multiple times, but otherwise nothing really of note.
Mm-hmm.
Coming up on Final Watch.
Thought that was Final Watch.
Oh yeah, that was right math. Yeah.
It's everyone's confused because Gabriel did 2.
Not necessarily that
Alright.
part on its own.
Oh no, it's because normally in it everyone does 1.
Well, I was counting because it was Gorgor and Gabriel and then Gabriel, and then Flynn. Like,
Mhm.
technically that was 3, but then the 4th would just be Lovey waking up really early because she went to bed really early. Like,
Yeah.
like the final watch is whoever is waking up and making breakfast.
I don't cook, sorry.
More figuratively than literally. Because you sleep 6 of the 8 hours, and everyone does 2 hours of watch.
Mhm.
But yeah, so Dave and Lovey, who did not do watches, wake up a little bit earlier because they didn't have their sleep broken. Lovey, first off, wakes up to Cinders just kind of gently pawing at her. Not anything urgent, not anything disturbing, just Cinders saw that Lovey was waking up and started pestering Lovey.
Aw.
Just
You
the,
need me
hey,
awake
you're up, I
too.
want attention.
I'll give
Good
him
morning, food.
like fishes and like look at the half-eaten mouse carcasses.
Oh yeah, no, there is a feast. Cinders, maybe not used to being in such like lush tall grass or something, has just gone to town. There is like a pile, and it is just any small vermin you might find in the area. It is mice, it is rats, it is bugs. Cinders has just been having fun.
I just kind of stroke him and go, "Oh, who's a good little fiend? Who's a good little fiend?"
17, 17, 19, 19 on mousing checks. Before
Oh,
whatever
yeah.
proficiency modifiers a cat would have in those.
Which is probably a decent amount.
Especially when it's a devil cat. Like, we all know that cats are secretly devils.
And it's probably got like proficiency of 2 if it's doing that. So just like. So
Oh.
I've been doing my lap every so often. And I've just come back and there's just a slightly growing trail of like red that Cinders is walking, just bringing this pile together.
Yeah, there's even like a half-eaten snake there. Like Cinders is like.
Cinders
There's
has
some-
single-handedly decimated the ecosystem of this area.
I really want a one-shot of what happened last night with Cinder and his mates and everything, and the mousing adventures they went on. Because
Rose,
clearly,
do you remember watching the Cravendale advert where the cat gang with the like the nail files and the clicking? It's basically that.
can we do that one time? Can we have Cinder and her friends? Just these evil cats and animals. Anyway,
I will. You know
Yes.
what? After one of the one shots I want to run, I will run an evil one shot where you all play as cats.
Yes, I'm in on that.
Literally, where you all
Definitely.
have to play like the cat stat block, and I'll make like even shittier like mobs like mice and shit, and we'll all play evil cats.
Mice and cats.
I will literally run that shit. Don't you worry.
But we still have to save the kingdom by just like knocking over the occasional pot like in the king's throne room to distract them and like
No, what it is, you have to knock over the lich's drink onto his phylactery and short circuit it. I will host and I will run a cat one shot just for
like
you
it's
guys.
entirely a stealth game of us trying to cause.
Yep, I will run that shit. Don't you worry. I'm gonna note that down now while Ash carries on.
As long as you can play Cinders, I am totally fine.
Of course you
He's
fucking can.
evil. Thank you. Coming to a stream near you.
About to say, so Simpsonton would be up as well, probably like doing toast and egg again, the only thing he knows how to do.
Aww.
He's-
Morning. Do you want the greens with that, Sir Simpington?
Can you boil them?
Boil.
Or toast them? That's the
Well,
two
technically-
things I can do.
Really?
Yes.
Oh. I. How's the best way of explaining this? I used to be a servant girl. I can teach you how to cook properly. If you want teachings.
Yes, I suppose it could be useful. Like on the road.
Yes. And you have heard the thing about the way to somebody's heart is through their stomach, right?
I thought an army marched on their stomachs. Is it?
I
Could be
think
the
we've
same
got two
thing.
different statements, both are correct. Yes.
Ah, I see.
This is literally something in my backstory. As I was a servant girl, I'm pretty sure I would know how to make food.
Oh, definitely.
I know Dave the Paladin was very happy with my egg and toast when I served to him last time.
Paladin Dave, what are you eating for breakfast this morning while they pan over to you?
Let's have the egg and toast again.
See, you can't get enough of it.
Ooh. How did you get all these eggs? Like, are they just in your bag? That must be messy.
What
Yep.
he's not telling you, some of them are feces.
Oh no, well actually,
Oh, well.
Not so them basically, yeah, just little feces. Don't worry, that's what he likes.
either that or those snakes that Cinder's killed. He's gone and found the eggs.
Snake.
Yeah, the nest.
Yeah. It's like, oh, there's this nest full of eggs this morning. Oh, I wonder where all those came from.
I assume he would have just bought some. That being the only thing he could cook, he would just buy like some kind of punnet of medieval egg. He set off.
Little medieval eggs. That's today's episode title, everybody.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Sure, they didn't just throw it into like a burlap sack, and so they had a way of carrying them in straws.
Oh. No, I was. Yeah, we'll get on this another time, maybe when we have access to better material. Because at the moment, all I have is dried meats and herbs and veg and stuff.
Yes, it feels like a lot of our conversations you want to defer to another point. When will this point be?
When you kill the chicken in your back and actually cook that instead of giving it eggs.
What chicken? Wait, I've got a chicken. When did this happen?
No, he's got a chicken. That's where he's getting his.
He's just trolling. Move on.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
carry on. Ignore me.
I just don't think you're ready to have the conversation yet. That's all.
While having the conversation is being conversated about, Lovey does hear something very faint and very far off that sounds like some sort of humanoid cry.
Oh. Does anybody else hear that?
Do we all hear that?
If you want to roll perception, now that
Is
she
it my
pointed it out.
And
Can I try and listen to pinpoint where it's coming from? Like, is it east, west, north, south? Kind of deal.
If you want to roll new perception.
fucking hell. 0.
Yeah.
Perception.
You've passed your terrible rolls onto me, mate. I'm not happy.
23.
Carl, now you know what it's like to be a Umar.
Lovey pointing out the direction coming from the rough northeast territory. Somewhere deeper in the hills. Roughly around where you saw it before, but not exactly.
I don't hear nothing.
You hear a more humanoid, squeakier kind of cry, but it could be the echo, it could be the distance. It's hard to put much into what it is, other than it sounds less reptilian.
Less reptilian. Maybe it's a were-direwolf. Dire T-Rex. I don't know why I went for were-direwolf then. Huh. Sounds humanoid. Like a person.
So I don't know what a were-direwolf T-Rex is.
Wait, well, if it sounds like a person, then what if it's the person that is maybe dead, but not dead?
Yes! And I'll start gathering up my stuff and, like, jamming it in my bag.
I will
worst-
into the hot pan, grab a fistful of, like, what would now be scrambled eggs after Gorgo's fisted it, and just cram it in his mouth.
Oh, you're fisting our food, Danny.
That's... Oh, come on. This is getting terrible. Stop. Ash,
Right, let's go.
tell him.
Let's get out. Breakfast over. We've got somebody in the hills. Let's move, guys. Come on. And
Let's go.
we'll help
Yes.
everybody.
Adventure awaits.
I'm going. Finish his chewing.
See, even
Let's
Gorgo
go.
likes the eggs. Let's go.
They're okay.
Oh, buddy. It's hard to mess up eggs. Into the hills we go.
off we go.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Hi home.
Right,
hope
off you guys go.
Yeah, we're going.
You guys just full sprint? Is anyone keeping lookout?
I am full
Go.
sprinting. I am full sprinting. And I will keep
I'm
going
in
until I
he-
can hear the sounds, and then I will then start fine tuning my running to the
I'm in
sound.
heavy armor. There's no way I'm full sprinting in that.
All right. Gabriel bringing up the rear, Gorgor bringing up the front. If everyone could
Yeah, 'cause
stop yourselves on the more western, southwestern part of the map.
yeah, I was gonna say because I am gonna be doubly clearing people because I've got 40-foot movement speed as well.
Yep.
Boogoosh. Feel free to move me further up if you think I'm too close, Ash. I don't know.
You're fine.
Okay.
Like, I figured you would get close enough. Like, this bush would be the closest you could get. You'd still be at risk of, but
Yeah.
like, I figure the closer you get, the more you slow down just as you approach. So you started off well ahead, but
Yeah.
and at this point, following Lovey pointing out the direction with Flynn able to corroborate it, you can hear very faintly, though much better now, at the top of this tree. You can see someone screaming for help as the gigantic, quote-unquote, dire T-Rex is thrashing against it and slamming into it.
I'm gonna immediately find Lovey, and I'm gonna go to her and wait.
I am going to cast on Gogor because we're about to go into combat. I feel.
Yeah.
I would like to cast jump on him.
Fuck yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah. I can now jump.
Can I cast heroism on myself?
Yes.
Does that make sense? So we need to go now, essentially, because it only lasts for a minute. But yeah, your jump distance is tripled. Have fun.
It seems preoccupied. You guys get along with the, like, you have one round of any preparatory actions you want to do.
That is gonna be dashing and raging.
Just moving to keep up,
Yep.
essentially.
That's where I can get to.
Alright, if you guys want to strategize for 1 second, I'll be 1 more minute,
Okay, cool.
and then we'll get into initiative.
So, are we dashing, running forward, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna actually hold off on the actual moving of until Ashley's back, but yeah. I'm just gonna be dashing forward and getting a little aggy in the anticipation of.
I'll try and keep up with Gorgo a little bit if he tends to.
I'll be casting True Strike on myself. I want to see that
On yourself?
dude. On the beast. Sorry. True Strike. And that'll get me advantage on the first hit at least. As my rolls, I definitely need it.
We're gonna fuck this thing up so bad it's not gonna know what it is anymore. That'd be amazing.
Thing.
Yeah, thanks for that, Danny.
That was not me.
If it weren't for the fact that I know it would be bad, using my new spell on this thing would be so funny. Because I picked up Fear.
Oish.
I love how it just roars in my face. I cast a little spell and it just fucks off if it fails.
Yeah, just little old you.
You're there still on the back of its head, punching and trying to cave its skull in, and it's just running away from me with you still on it. Die! Where'd everybody go?
Yeah, that's pretty much it, yeah.
These things have got a movement speed, or at least T-Rexes do. Whatever the dire one does, I don't know.
going to be pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
Some would say it's quite dire, the situation.
Oh God, Evie.
Oh, don't worry. I've got a spell to make it fuck off at speed or not kill us as quickly.
How about not kill us at all?
That's what you guys are doing. That's what you're casting. Don't stop trying to kill us. I'm casting stop trying to kill us so quickly. So, slow.
Right, okay.
I've got slow, which will just basically fuck it up anyway if it fails.
Yeah.
Oh no, something like 3d12 damage reduced and 3d10 attack from the tail. And no. Try and chew on us or smack us into oblivion. One or the other.
Can't do both.
Alright, if everyone wants to give me initiative once I get it up on the screen.
Yeah, well, I'm just going to do my my dashy dash first, so...
Yep. Well, your dash is going to be the, like, spark, quote-unquote, in that case.
Cookie.
Oh.
Whee!
Oh, it did the meme to me again, that's
And
fine.
can we all move a bit before?
Yeah, you guys all have one
Dash as
round
well.
as long as you do not do anything hostile to the thing or get too close to the thing.
So I can dash and
Gorgor is going to get too close to the thing, and that's going to be the where initiative is rolled, quote-unquote.
Bloody hell, 95 foot away. Hmm. 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, I think there. Right. So, initiative.
But shy.
Non-super
another
rare, but
15!
any
Come
coins,
on,
good
keep
coins,
going
you know what I
up.
mean?
Get those rolls going.
Hell yeah, dude.
Let's say
You're going to be
15 is the
rolling
max-
tens in no time.
Let's say 15 is the max you're allowed. You're gonna roll a 16 in a minute, and it's gonna be a -1 roll.
Yeah, probably.
15 is the max you can do this session.
I mean,
Yeah, man. It's
sounds
getting
like...
better.
I mean, I'd take those rolls for a month any day.
That's it.
Alright.
Instead of rolling, you just have a 15. That's it.
Mm.
If 15 beats what you're trying to do, great. Otherwise, no.
Spoilers on which creature acts first.
Big beast.
So, as you come upon this creature, you hear screaming for help from up the tree. The party
Oh.
rapidly closes in, pauses for a minute to make sure everyone's grouped up, no one's been left behind.
Mhm.
For Gorgor and Sir Simpleton and Paladin Dave all charge forward-ish. Gorgor taking the lead.
Yeah.
I'm just surprised that
Bubbles
Secret
the other
Animals wasn't picked, so we couldn't have just gone, hey, could you just leave him alone? Oh, yeah, sure.
And as Gorgor charges, this thing seems to whip around. Like, it started off as a tail slam on the tree, and halfway through it sees Gorgor and reconsiders.
Hello, you
Consider
cunt.
seeing Gorgor is much more reachable from here. And it decides to charge him.
Uh-oh.
It charges at Gorgor, biting at him to begin with. .26 to hit.
Yeah. That hits.
+9.
This thing hurts. Wait till it breaks out the D12s for the damage. Now.
No, don't be ridiculous.
Sir.
14 points of piercing damage.
And
Gorgor, please roll me a dexterity saving throw.
well, that goes down to 7 because I raged as I was running
Yes.
up.
Yes, you did.
Dexterity saving throw is 14.
And Gorgor gets lodged as the effervescent toothpick.
Hey,
What? Like I'm.
jump.
It's It's half swallowed you.
Oh.
You are caught on its teeth. Your tattered robes just get caught on the teeth, and you're awkwardly stuck in its mouth.
You were meant to jump on its back, not in its throat.
You?
It then stomps around in frustration, kind of waving Gorgor in the air like a prize it's finally caught, before looking at the rest of the party.
And then it gets to go again. Oh, no, that was its top of the turn, wasn't it?
Mhm.
Oh.
Something done.
Yep. I'll run up 20 feet. And I would like to poke.
Would like to poke it with a stick from a distance.
Yep, that's my playstyle. How about hit? 20 to hit.
That does hit.
I'll roll damage, and I would also like to cast a level 2 smite.
Nice.
Okay. Where is smite in D20? 2 seconds. Oh,
There's
actually,
no
I'll
extra.
just do-
There's no extra smite. You've just got to pick the d8s.
Yeah. Because it's a basic smite, not a spell smite. I don't think there is a thing in Roll20 for it.
Oh, okay.
So you just
I'll do
gotta
my little
roll.
bonus action as well.
You can just make a spell that has leveled d8s on it.
Yeah,
You can
you
make custom spells in roll
yeah,
20.
yeah, that's a fair point. Yeah, you could just make a thing for it ready in the future. You can do like
So-
the different levels smites.
Yeah. So level 2, so that's 3d8.
Move turn order.
That is a huge chunk of damage, and your second attack, if you're making it.
Yep.
45 pounds.
Right out.
That is a crit.
You should have smited on this one.
Not
Why
that
not
he
both?
could.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, why not both? Because your smites get double, max 2.
I think his goal was to rescue you first and foremost, so he wanted as
Wait.
much damage as he could.
It hasn't added the crit.
No.
Like smite again.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do a level 1 smite then.
Level 1 smite.
2d8.
So it'll be 2d8 plus 16, yeah. Oof. Baby.
30 on the smite and 18 on the
The halberd.
yeah.
And I'll do my
So-
little
48 more points of damage.
yeah, and then I'll do my little polearm.
That's 5 foot.
You do
Oh.
have to move in close to it.
Yeah, fuck that.
Either way, as you slash into this thing, it was so preoccupied with showboating its prize in its mouth that Gorgor, the robe tears a tiny bit and Gorgor flies loose as this thing reels back in pain.
I would also like to shuffle back 5 feet.
Yep.
I shall-
Gorgor, you are freed. You may land anywhere adjacent,
That's all I did.
or anywhere within 10 feet of it.
Yeah. There we go. I'll just move it a tiny bit because the plan is to literally just scale the fucking thing in a moment anyway.
I'll just be like, Go! It's unhanded you. Get back.
I got it!
Then, but-
I got it! Thank you! Ow.
Go ahead.
Hello. Right.
Was there anything else from Ben real quick? Just, I heard, and then
No, that was as simpleton as like this beating nearly
Okay.
chewed Gorgor goes back just straight trying to beat it up.
Gorgor gets freed only to go right back into the ride.
Yeah.
Talking to Ron. Ron was a bit fed up with it.
Gabrielle?
Probably so.
Gabrielle,
Gabriel Flynn, if you guys are
okay.
doing anything together, if not, in order.
Well, can I?
Well, you-
Yeah, I'd say I got one thing I wanted to check first.
Go for it.
Does this look like the same creature we dealt with previously?
Yes, the one
Not-
that was thrashing about and tantruming.
Yeah. Does it look like? Is it the same species or the exact same one?
Somewhere between history and nature, your choice on that one.
I will probably it's the same roll for either. So 18.
What food can I have?
You're pretty confident based on the markings in the territory. While this isn't exactly where you saw it before, it is really close. And an apex predator like this would have a very, it would have a very large territory. So the idea of multiples of this creature living in such a small vicinity to each other, unless it's some sort of wild pack monster, it is probably a solo creature that rules these entire mountains.
Okay, it's the same size and everything, yeah?
Mhm.
Okay. Because I was just really worried for a moment that this is just a baby. So, no.
Yeah, it could have a small family and you don't know every creature in existence. It might just be an apex pack creature that would be an extinction level threat, but...
In the meantime, I will cast... I think I've got the range for it, but I'll get closer if not. I will cast Slow upon the creature. So I will cast Slow in the covering the back area where it won't hit any of us.
Yeah.
Yep.
So can it make me a Wisdom saving throw, please? Can it make another one as I silvery barbs it?
Oh!
Bastard.
Is that still not enough?
That is... I'm gonna... No. That is exactly mine.
It's past still.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
Tell me why your spell is so amazing, Michael.
Damn it, I hate the descriptions.
Michael, you're a DM. You should be able to do this.
Have you noticed that I don't do descriptions in my shit?
You want to tell me how amazing the spell is, or your choice?
Yeah.
I was about to say, so is it kind of, it's probably, so reeling back from its kind of distraction, it's, so as it reels back from the stab and can't figure out whether or not it's to go for the meal that it had previously won, or the stabby hurting one, as Gabriel walks forward and I cast Blow to kind of catch it, it starts to fight through, but the glinting realization of there's more of these dangerous creatures kind of pushed into its mind through the silvery barbs that push into its mind to distract it, and it turns its attention closer towards the incoming threat than whatever is seemingly slowing it for a moment. Yay, or that sucks.
Doesn't have to be epic or anything, I just encourage roleplay.
There you go.
You could break ties by role-playing. That's it.
Okay. Well then, yes, it is slow.
It is slowed. I will mark that.
I'm gonna get to the lake, grab some washing, and
Done?
then I'm gonna make a
Yep, I'm done.
You
All
sure?
yours.
Nothing else you want to throw?
You got
No.
this, Gabriel. There you
Okay.
go.
I'm gonna cast.
So you have bardic inspiration.
Oh, we
Oh,
already
and
did.
and the advantage from silvery barbs goes to. Yeah, have the advantage from silvery barbs as well.
I'm gonna cast Hex on it. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and I'm gonna whack it with. There's a bonus action, by the way, Hex.
Yeah.
To clarify.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm gonna whack it with that. 17! Oh my god, I'm getting better. It's going uphill.
You have you had advantage on this attack.
I know, but I'm past the 17. This is my biggest
Yeah, no,
hit so
but
far.
this is
21. There we go.
so.
He was afraid of rolling a second time.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I'm petrified at the moment.
But
regarding
you
that.
got even better with it. So
Yeah.
What was the advantage from, just for bookkeeping? Was that the previous turn?
yeah, that's silvery barbs
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay, that's where that went. Okay.
because I get to force a reroll and give advantage to someone.
Yeah, just making sure I knew where that went. Good to know.
Yep.
So
Alright.
that's first attack, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that sinks in. 17
se-
damage. Plus your... Is your hex rolled
Hex.
into that?
Hex.
Hex
You got.
went first, and so I'll just take the 6. I meant to say
Yep.
click spell. That's fine.
Yep.
My second attack is going to be the same. Does I get advantage or not? I just want to
No,
clarify.
it's just the
the
first
one.
attack,
Okay.
and then you get to reroll your hex damage again.
Yeah. Spell.
That is another solid hit.
Hex. That was a terrible hex. And I'm going to action surge
Okay.
for that one. And I'm going to cast attack and hit that one.
You're gonna be
Uh,
jumping on its dead skull.
Oh,
I'm gonna. You know, Gorgo's gonna be so
obviously-
upset if he doesn't get to jump on this thing.
16 points of damage and one last attack.
Yeah. So I was reading the information on Hex then, sorry.
Yep.
I guess that'll miss.
I mean, if you've got,
you would
can-
guess that. That's an interesting guess.
you
But
can
I mean,
guess it.
I think it hits if you want to.
Oh, no,
no,
if it
no.
hits-
Like if you want to.
I would
wanna
have
say-
thought that would hit, 'cause that's fine. Oh my god. But that's fine. It's fine. I've done alright.
Only 18 damage. What a terrible turn.
I know.
Oh, no. Let's say, what, 18, 16, 23, and 15.
Serious damage, like, so far. How is this thing looking?
Pretty fucked.
After Gabriel takes his blade to it, this thing is hurting. It is gushing blood. It is oozing. It looks a little worn out. It is caught off guard by this.
Just say, fucked up.
Well, because Slow also reduced its AC by 2 on top of everything else.
you're a
Oh yeah, it
legend.
does.
You're a legend, Mike, putting that one on.
Yeah. Oh, there's so many things that Slow gives. Go. You may jump.
Yeah.
Go. Engage
I'm
barrier mode.
I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15, and then I'm gonna kind of like try and jump up on its back and grab onto like the spikes for like leverage
Okay.
with my, because I got the jump spell on me, so like I jump real good.
So you definitely have the height. Just give me the
Oh,
athletics to grab on and keep your grab.
Can I just ask a question? Sorry.
Yep.
It says with Hex, I get to choose an ability where you cast a spell that the person has disadvantage on.
Yeah. Pick-
Um, what abilities would you say it does?
It's
What I can
based
pick?
off its characteristics, so you can either pick strength, dex, if I remember right.
yeah,
Um,
you can pick one of those.
Yeah.
Wisdom, go for it.
Okay. So it's got a harder time to spot in us.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's
Right.
checks, not saves. But yeah, so yeah,
Yeah.
that works.
Yeah, that hurts perception a good bit.
Is a 12 okay?
You do get there. You're kind of hanging on awkwardly. It's going to be hard to attack from up here. But you could probably...
I'll make it work.
Yeah.
It's okay. I'll make
You
it
still
work.
have your action if you want to try and secure your grip, if you want to let go and just punch it on the way down, however you want to slice it up. You just don't get the free landing, so to speak.
Well,
It is writhing around a lot.
yeah. So I'm still technically like holding on, but I'm like if I counter it with reckless to be able to just like not, because I'm not giving a shit if the spikes hurt me or anything. It's just a case of no, I want to kick the shit out of this thing. So I am gonna reckless, which I'd imagine it'll probably make it flat because awkward landing and stuff. Ash. Hello?
I love how he's there, basically. Yeah,
Yeah,
I love how
yeah.
you're there, basically there on the bucket Bronco, still trying to kick the shit out of it while still.
Yeah, it's alright because everything went definitely quite. Then I was worried in case,
sorry, no,
I was
yeah.
worried in case something went wrong my end.
Yeah,
no,
you can reckless to roll at normal,
Yeah, that's
or you can throw away actions to try and get a better mount on it now to have better
nah.
in the future.
I
Nah,
will.
I wanna-
I will recklessly normal.
Yep.
So I I'm going to cast with the first spell, Gorgor's Hand. And I'm gonna just literally like it's literally like like a force palm, just bang, just straight into like its spine. There's a 17 hit.
Yes, it does. Roll me damage.
Fuck yes, as it gets dealt 5 hand damage and 2 rage damage.
Okay.
So it's had its lower extremities cut to ribbons by these two.
And I'm giving it
now we-
And now it's
chiropractor.
getting
That's
tunneled.
it. Yeah.
And then I'm gonna do it again. Oh no.
Gorgor breaks his hand.
No, this is Gorgor's falling off, I reckon. Holy shit, oops.
I'm probably breaking his hand.
Oh no, well no, what's worse, because I'm doing it like a palm, I accidentally palm one of the spikes. It's
Yeah,
just
you're
like,
just like,
"Ugh."
So
Go on,
Gorgor
Ash.
is hanging on with one hand and punching with the other.
Yeah, because I'm holding onto one of its like spinal spikes, yeah.
And Gorgor, in a true Gorgor moment, after having punched with the right, goes to punch with the left. The hand that is hanging on.
So I've just let go, not thinking. That's actually
That
kind of
said,
funny.
you do get an athletics check to try and catch yourself. Or athletics or acrobatics, rather, but
You say I don't.
you do get an acrobatics or
Oh!
athletics check to catch yourself.
Oh, I was gonna be okay with not, but you're 14.
Technically be a danger sense.
No, 'cause it's not.
Oh.
It's not dex save. It's just
Danger sense, Gorgor is the danger.
I am the danger.
To be fair, though, that danger sense probably could have kicked in for not getting swallowed by its bite.
That is a fair point,
That
actually.
probably could have.
Yeah, it is a dex save, and I could see it. So yeah, I just forgot. My bad.
I could see the teeth coming.
It happens. 14, you do awkwardly catch yourself. You're a bit lower down. You don't have the good ride on its back anymore.
Uh-oh.
But you do catch yourself on one of its arms, and you're kind of flailing awkwardly. You can still try punching here if you have any other attacks left or actions left you want to do.
No, it's only got the 2 attacks. And I was kind of hoping to hit, because I was going to true strike the second attack, so I probably should have just true strike the first one. Oh well.
Mm-hmm.
That is me.
Alright, Gorgor is hanging off one of the arms, basically like a Prada bag, and Lovey, your turn is up.
Cool. So Lovey waves at the gentleman that's currently in the tree, and then I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to get a better angle. And then I would like to cast a spell, DM, called Flaming Bull, which has been renamed because it was Flaming Sphere.
Yeah. Spheres are balls, I will agree on that one.
Yeah. Because of the mishearing. So basically, at the back here, a flaming version of Paladin Dave's going to appear.
Okay, so Paladin Dave appears.
Yeah, and I can move it, the sphere up to 30 feet as a bonus action, so I'll use my bonus action to ram the sphere into the creature. So
Okay.
Paladin Dave's going to ram the land dragon.
Alright.
That
That one's dexterity saving throw, right?
Sorry, just 2 seconds. Saving throw, yes, please.
Oh, that ends its turn there, and then as a bonus action, you can ram it, which is must make the saving throw again. Okay.
That's a success. Yeah. Does it take half damage? No, it doesn't. Never mind. Or half as much in a successful one, it says at the earlier one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
It's probably for a good thing that, as you described, Gorgor being carried as like as a bag. Any flammable items not being carried catch fire.
Uh-oh.
I said not, but
Oh, okay. I'm gonna be on fire.
It takes 4 points of fire damage as Paladin Dave rams him from behind.
Alright. Solid fire damage.
And that's the end of my turn.
Alright.
I'm like, oh, get up! Right, dragon!
So,
I don't know. I'm on today.
If
I'm
I say-
sorry.
yeah. So, he rams him from behind, and then he rams him from the front. As it is now Paladin Dave's turn, I believe.
Also, in many circles, called a spit roast.
It is now Paladin Dave's turn.
And I'm moving to here.
I'll be back in 1 sec.
I use my bonus action to do my
Rocket ship.
Vow of Enmity. So I'll get the advantage. Is that the right one?
Yeah, Vow of Enmity, yeah.
Yep. It's in 10 to me, so I can do it.
You
I'm
are
going
my
to do my-
absolute worst enemy. I spend the next minute beating the crap out of you for being so.
It calls for the trees, I'm enemy now. So, yeah. And then I'm using my long sword. So, advantage.
That'd be a hit.
Yeah. 9 damage.
Just a depressing 9 damage.
For this one, yeah.
Okay. You
Then,
just sounded
and then-
really sad about that 9 damage.
Yeah.
He's looking at it like, I wish I could do something else, but I don't want to add smite.
Does 25 hit?
25 does hit you, good Liam.
And I'll add smite to this one. Where is smite? Where's it gonna
It's
go?
not. You have to do extra damage on thingy unless you've set up something.
No, I think it is 3d8, isn't it?
If you're doing it level
Or level 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So, how much damage are you doing with your longsword?
Let's just do. So
24.
24 in total.
13 damage, yes.
And
Plus
the
the
11.
smite on top.
Yep.
So 24.
Yeah. And that's the end of my turn.
That is huge damage. You've definitely anchored this thing.
Mhm.
Be surprised if we didn't.
Yeah.
Is that the end of your turn?
That's the end of my turn, yeah.
Joke's on you, that's not the end of your turn. At the end of your turn, it lets out a gigantic roar in frustration and anger at being accosted so and not used to being so absolutely dominated by just a pile of people with pokey weapons.
Uh-oh.
Could everybody roll me a wisdom saving throw except for a certain person who is immune to fear effects at the moment?
For victory!
Sorry, wisdom, you said.
Yes, wisdom saving throw, please.
Wisdom saving throw.
6. I'm back to low rolls. Yes.
It's Rose. It's almost like my last character died because it couldn't get close enough to a certain enemy because of the fear effect.
Thing is I also do have heroism I could have cast as well. Didn't think I'd need it at the time. Still don't.
Wow, I heard Land Dragon. I was like, I'm fucking casting it, whatever it is.
Also, I can't believe it's too soon, Ben. Too soon.
Not soon enough.
Everyone except for Paladin Dave and Flintsire is frightened.
I would like to get down now.
I would like to get off.
Gorgor's just sat there like, oh no, like Gorgor's just...
Let me off the ride, please.
I would like to get off this ride, please.
Mom, I am scared. Come pick me up.
I think you're about to get off this ride when it takes a bite out of you to get it off.
Yeah.
Is that at the beginning or the end of its turn?
That was
Sorry,
the end.
or is
That was the end. No, that was the end of Dave's turn.
That's
Oh,
possibly a
okay.
legendary action.
that hasn't been used? Okay, got it. Cool.
And then slow saves at the end or the beginning? End.
Uh,
Okay.
End. Yep.
Let me just double check. So one more quick.
Action or bonus action and only one attack.
Yep. Fair enough. It is then going to tail attack in the direction of Gabriel. It is just going to spin on the spot. Try to
Can I
spin
do
into
Sentinel?
Gabriel.
Oh, can I do Sentinel while he's doing that, please?
Yes, you can, and you're not
basi-
feared.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
basically Yeah, you'll attack its tail as it goes past after
Yeah.
hitting him.
Because it'd be Gabriel first, then me doing my little pokey on revenge.
But it is going to just go wide right over Gabriel's head.
It doesn't have to hit, does it? Need to check that
No,
very
it
quickly.
just as long as it attacks. Yeah.
It's been a while since I've used
Yeah,
it, I think.
it procs the second it declares an attack action. Oh. It's a legendary action.
No, it's not legendary.
I thought
This
this.
is go.
Oh, I thought
No,
this
the
was.
roar. The roar was.
Oh, okay. So it's fine then. It's right. I thought the tail
Yep.
attack was the legendary action as well. So I was a bit. Oh, hang on. No, it's fine.
Nope. It only let loose the roar. It gets its one attack because it is slowed, and then it chooses to end this slow effect on itself at the end of its turn.
Oh, so 24.
Assuming we get there. Yes, 24 does hit.
Yeah. So I'm going to do level 1 smite on this one.
Alright.
So 12 damage plus
2d8.
2d8. No, is it 1d8 or 2?
2.
I forgot how the smite amounts.
2d8 plus 1 per 1d8 plus 1 per level, effectively.
Plus another if it's
Yep.
fiend or undead.
Yeah. So 12 slashing and
This is
3
not undead
smite.
yet.
Yet.
Might be-
Round 2.
But that's my reaction done.
Alright, you cleave into its tail, smiting it a good bit, blasting energy through it. That is the end of its turn. It is no longer slowed, it just chooses to succeed on that saving throw.
Okay. Question.
Yep.
It's the end of its turn, so does it need to take is it a dexterity saving throw
4?
for the flaming sphere? Or the
Oh,
flaming
yes.
bolt?
Yes, it does. Thank you, Glenn.
Mhm.
Michael. Sound.
Yep.
Which I do believe complex card ruling order of operations. The damage hits after it successfully ends its turn,
Yes.
so it would save against the saving throw before. Yeah. Simplest logic there being end phase versus end of turn.
Sorry, what are you trying to say? I'm not quite getting it out.
Oh, because if
At
the
the end of
saving
each of
throw
its turns.
was
Yeah, compared
Yeah, it's at the
to.
end of its turn.
because it would
No.
have to roll against the slow before the flaming sphere is my point.
Oh, yeah.
If it was the other way around, it would have -2 on the dexterity save.
That's why I was
fair
kind
point.
of pointing out the
Yes.
thing beforehand, because it's.
I was gonna say, I'll admit, I was confused then, but yeah, I get it now.
Yeah, no, sorry, it was one of those things where just like familiarity with like rulings and other
it's
things.
at the end of its turn, and any creature that ends its turn. So it kind of The way it works is it triggers after the end of the turn.
Yeah, it's here,
Yes.
basically.
Yep.
Flaming.
Well, hang on. Is it in its space or is it outside of its space?
It was. I said it rammed into him, so it's whatever that means for Ash.
Yeah,
It has-
it ended adjacent to because it would have rammed into and then ended.
Yeah.
It occupies the whole aura squares.
Okay, so like,
Yeah.
wherever.
Well,
As
let's say
long as
5
it's
foot.
within
No, yeah, but
5
say it's a 5-foot diameter, so it's 1 square.
I can draw it if that'll help.
It's fine. I know what you mean. You're good.
Yeah.
I think the only question was, does it hit Gorgor? Which the answer is no.
Yeah, no, it was. Was
I
it
was
still
careful.
standing? Was it still standing on it, or did she move it back away? Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Save
There you go.
of wisdom.
Save.
Hey.
Flaming Sphere does half damage.
Oh, hang on.
Yeah,
Did it? Oh, did it choose to end it? Did you say?
Yes.
Legendary resistance. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
They could have
So-
theoretically rolled, but it just chose to end it.
Yeah.
So 3 damage.
3 damage. 3 fire damage.
3 damage, and we move into Sir Simpson's turn.
Yay! Simpin.
God, the math on this as a DM is hilarious.
I can imagine.
I'm gonna run into 5 feet because my 10 shit is working. I will like to hit it again.
Alright, you may choose to do so.
17.
That does barely hit.
Oof.
Slow doing work. Slow was doing work.
Reroll ones.
Oh,
Go. Okay. I'll hit. Yeah, I'll hit again.
Well, were you smiting on the first one?
No.
All right. I have a very important question for you.
Da-da-da-da-da.
How would you like to do this for your Lady Glacia?
Yay! I would guess because he's closing in, he like just goes like full on, like pole on charge into the T-Rex as he's like trying to close distance and just sort of impales it, and then he's awkwardly trying to get the halberd out of this dying T-Rex.
So basically, you've jammed it in, and then you're just like, let go, and jiggling it around.
I want it back. Yeah.
And you're just doing more internal damage with it as you're doing it.
Yeah, basically.
You guys had managed to do 200, including the flaming sphere, 202 damage to the thing of its 203 health.
fuck me. That's silly damage.
So if slow would have, if it hadn't have got out of slow, it could have had disadvantage and done the. Well, no, it's still a net plus. Still had a high thing, but it had a chance.
Yes. But with that, we will suspend initiative as Sir Simpleton does successfully finish this creature off.
You're welcome.
You are, yeah, you're right.
Excellent. And he's still awkwardly like trying, like shakes an intestine off the halberd. Shall we? Oh, the fellow in the tree. Is it you, Johnny Free Cups?
Yes, but that's just a nickname.
It's the one we were given to come and find.
It's a bit of an insensitive one, to be honest.
Well, you can blame the
Thank
barkeep.
you.
You can blame the barkeep for that.
Just give a cup back and then you can be Johnny Two Cup.
Go, do you want to try and help him down from up there? I think you can still make that.
No, I can get down. The getting up part was easy enough.
I mean, you can just, I can get you.
He just jumps off of the exceptionally tall tree. About as comfortably as Gorgor seemed to. With his jumping on the T-Rex.
Boots are springing and jumping.
What's that? Fourth wall can't hear you.
I know, that's why it bounced off.
No.
Shall we take this head and then we can take Johnny of the Cups free to back to Aylesbury?
Yeah.
Thank you for helping me there. I was fighting the thing and it chased me up the tree, and I've been up that tree for I think 3 days at this point now.
And we killed it in not
Don't
many.
brag, Wolf. Don't
Well,
brag, Wolf.
I'd worn it down first, of course. It was
course.
exhausted from having fought me overnight.
It didn't look.
Yes.
Oh, many
Yeah.
nights, you mean? I mean,
It looks
Been up
like
there
you've
3
done
days.
such an
It's not to be sarcastic with him.
Well,
I'm
no,
sorry, yeah,
I'm just saying.
It looks like you've done a great job up there. Well done.
yeah, fantastic.
Yeah. You've worn it down very well. Congratulations. Now let's get you some food and water, because 3 days is a long time.
Yeah, it is. I've had my pack of rations, but I'm not used to needing that much water. Normally set out with like 1 or 2 days at most.
So, what is
Thank
your
you
real
again.
name?
Well, it's just Johnny, but I mean it's a common enough name that people sought to nickname me after my drinking tolerance.
Well, you seem to have a mighty one. I kind of walk over and just like, mate, if you're needing a drink, and just hand over one of my water skins.
And as you do get closer, now that he's down the tree and the party's like ceased combat, you do notice that they're a fairly short, about Flynn's height, goblinoid creature.
So I walk over, and so I don't have to adjust from where my hand was in my at home miming out of what I was doing. My arm has just now moved to about level with me instead of above.
Yeah, you started off further away, and you're like, oh, maybe it's distance. Like, there's the big T-Rex next to him. Maybe it's perspective. Oh, he's my height.
No. No.
Shall we, like, cut its head off and then let's get going?
But we've only just met. We've got meant to save him, aren't we?
Well, yeah, but we
The
could talk.
dinosaur, not him.
Oh. Okay,
Well-
sorry.
Google, how injured are you?
Not.
Was anyone injured in that fight?
I mean, it bit me,
No.
but it didn't hurt that much.
I could heal you a bit if you so require.
If you can give me that much, it would be good. And he holds up 7 fingers.
I don't know how you deduced.
How
I
much
don't know
how
how
much
this
health
is,
you-
what this is, but
Just intelligent, you know.
Oh, look, I'd say, look, that fourth wall's getting another bouncing off of.
No, you see, because paladins can heal in increments of 1, it's been used as a new metric system to reverse engineer how much health someone might have. So all medicine is actually done in the system of how many paladin pokes it takes to heal them to full. So HP is an in-universe metric known by anyone who has been reduced to 0.
it's new weights and measures. Yes, okay. It goes alongside with the metric system. I got you.
You just get knocked unconscious, and then you get poked by a paladin once until you stop being in pain.
Very well. I shall give you 7 pokes.
Oh, thanks.
I'll give him a few pokes then if you need to. You know, save your pokes a little bit. You both take a side each.
Okay.
Well,
Okay,
I've got.
now, so we're
23
just going to
more
leave
folks.
Gorgor standing in this wasteland getting poked by 2 guys.
He likes being poked. Leave him alone.
And this is where the spit mouth comes in.
Yeah, that's a spit roast. Let's be worried about that.
Liam, are you poking or not? I don't know what's happening.
Okay. You give him 4 pokes, I'll give him 3 pokes. I do not reset this after long rest. So
Thanks.
that's
I feel
Sure.
fine now. Like it not hurt me no more.
Okay, besides possibly taking the head back, is there anything else that we could possibly use as some sort of... Is the head difficult
Claws?
to carry? I'd say, is it going to be difficult to carry for us in size, or is it going to be better if we just take one of the spines?
I mean, tail length, this creature is 30 feet long by 40 feet tall.
So its head's about the size of, us.
Its head is about 5 by 5, if not more.
So it's bigger than me.
I mean,
it got a mouth big enough to try and swallow you.
it's gonna be heavy, but you know, I think it'll be
You guys could try and make a job of it if you wanted.
like. Could you imagine?
don't-
Could you imagine
Why don't we
if
just chop
no,
a few branches
no.
off and drag it?
because well, no, she'll damage it. Because could you imagine if they hang this up in the wall in the tavern? It would be cool.
How's it damaging it by making a stretcher out of the tree?
Are you gonna drag it
That's
on the
next
floor,
one.
and if it goes over like rocks or something, it might scratch it and
We're
break
making a
it.
stretcher to rest the thing on.
But
You're not
you
going
said
to touch the floor.
You said drag it on the floor.
No, he said, make a sled, basically.
Yeah.
Before he said that.
Yeah, and because he said drag it on the floor, and that's what Gorg was picking up
No.
on.
Yeah, you missed half of the thing he said.
Google's dumb,
You've got to
guys.
remember, Gorgor.
Yeah, but
Just
Gorgor
that's
is
it.
Gorgor is hard of thinking, not hard of hearing.
No, but Gorgor has picked up on a very specific point of his sentence and has bit onto it and refuses to let go. That's you've got to remember. That's Gorgor does this all the time. This is not unusual.
Okay, yes, make a sled, and then hopefully Sir Simpleton's horse can help with dragging it, if he is okay with that. I take his silence as a yes. Or is
Ben,
it my silence?
Who's making a sled? What?
Flynn was talking directly to you.
Oh, sorry.
But I'd say the idea of possibly if we're going to take the head, we make a sled of some kind to carry it, and then we attach it to your horse to help with the
Yes.
pulling, if that was
Yeah.
okay with you.
No, that is fine. I sorry, I only heard the first bit about the sled and thought you were asking me to make a sled.
Nope.
Oh well, yes. May use my horse for that purpose, and he'll take his spine, his own trophy collection.
Alright. So it's just gonna take a few hours. If you guys want to actually, like, get clean cuts, get things looking nice. If there are any
Yes.
parts you wanted aside from the head, please do let me know.
I want the claws. Anything out of it that can be sold for profit.
Is anyone aiding you on this?
I don't know. Anyone want to help chop the body up and get his claws out?
Oh,
No,
Nope.
so that looks like it's me then.
That is going to take you a while then.
That's
Are you
fine.
proficient with the tools for doing so? Leatherworking tools?
Let's
or
have a look
similar?
what I've got. Of course not.
have you even
So-
got tools to do it?
Yeah, I've got swords and
That is
daggers.
that is not the tools to do it.
Exactly. So I'm going to make an attempt to get some profit out of this, cut its heart out, sell it for money at an alchemist or something. You know what I mean? I'm sure they'll want it. So I'm going to give it a try. Or not, as people just not saying anything.
I'm letting you do that.
We're
In
waiting
the
for you
meantime-
to tell the DM what tools you
I've
think
just
you
told
have.
her. I've just told her. I've
Blades.
got-
He's using
Yeah.
his blades.
Alright.
Can I say something? This is another dragon thing that we've met, and suddenly Carl is wanting to dissect it. I'm
not a
getting
dragon,
deja
it's a
vu.
dinosaur.
It's
Every single time, Carl.
it's a thing.
Yeah.
That's fine.
It's money.
To be fair, it's smart adventuring, but so that's why it's so unusual for us to do it. Because it's smart adventuring. In the meantime, I will go about trying to acquire what would be needed to try and start making this sled.
Yes. Alright, so you guys are
Probably-
working on that project. Gabriel,
That I will
are you
aid you on
working-
that, Flynn.
Okay, thank you.
Gabriel, are you trying to work within the time you have, or are you going to try and stay here until the job is done? Because the party's probably going to get done faster than you are.
I'll just, whenever they finish, I'll finish. So whatever gets taken is taken. I want to start with his heart first, because I think that'll be a good thing to start with.
Alright. That has been noted. The rest of the party is working on the stretcher. Anyone else doing anything else that he needs to know of?
Yes, Liam.
I've said I don't have anything I want to do at the moment.
Well,
So
I believe
Alright.
there is nothing.
yeah, so I
Yeah.
think other than that, it's going to do that. So we try and get we'll get some wood from the tree and the collapsed stuff, and try and shape them forward. Probably use Druidcraft a little bit to try and help get it into shape if Gorgor wants to do that, as well as just grabbing it and pulling it down.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Johnny is leaned just up against the tree, catching his breath a little bit, just recovering. Most of the party is focused on the stretcher and the head. Gabriel is working on the heart, which he does eventually successfully get. He does, like, the heart's a pretty easy one. It is a gigantic heart. It is, like, you have to hold the heart in 2 hands on its own.
Okay.
And it is still gushing and splurting a bit of blood. Not going to go into detail beyond that, just, you did just rip out the thing of it from there. What do you choose to do with it? Do you have anything you're storing it in? Are you just holding it as is?
I've got some cloth and rags, so I'm just going to wrap it up in rags and just put it down for time being. So, and work on the rest now.
Alright, where to next?
I'm going to go for some claws. The head's
Alright.
being taken, isn't it? So they're taking the head.
Yeah.
So, actually, liver and kidneys. Let's try for that.
Alright. You do have some good luck there. Strange story though, dragons don't have livers.
Interesting.
You go looking for one you'd expect one to be, but this creature just doesn't seem to have them.
Okay.
Hmm.
You
Fascinating.
do find a strange
I'll
little
be
sack
after
in there
the
instead.
Oh. I'll take the sack.
And by
then.
little, I mean relative to this thing's size. Like, it's bigger than the heart. And it seems heavy.
I might not have that. No, I'll see how I feel.
I'll
We
take
find-
that
we find
sack.
that- Yeah.
Hmm?
We're finding a crate dragon pearl, then I'm going to be.
I got woke up by
interested.
my alarm at 1 o'clock.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking.
and
That's what I'm looking. I'm
started my
hoping
day,
for.
and then it didn't go.
So yeah, I'll take the sack. Wherever it is, if it looks interesting, let's take it. If it doesn't look interesting, I'll take it and have a look at it.
Alright, so you rip it out.
Yeah.
As you do. It is very heavy, and you mostly find large, heavy bulgers inside of it.
That's its stomach. What else do I find in it?
Predominantly just boulders and juices. I'm not going to go into detail beyond that. There's no like magic items that survived inside of its stomach or anything along those lines.
Acidic.
Just
then.
seems to be boulders to aid with digestion
drop a fish.
and whatever its last few meals were.
Would-be hero.
No, I touch buttons.
Okay, so I'll carry on. Anything fun as I pulled out, apart from boulders?
As Gabriel is doing this, Luffy, where are you at? Are you still just off on your own?
Yes, I've still got these sandwiches.
Are you still here?
No.
Yeah, I'm still here. I think seeing that everybody else is dealing with
Yeah.
the guy and everything like that, Lovey's just gonna have a look in the bush for some insects.
Yeah.
As Lovey is looking for insects, she hears a noise coming from the northwest that sounds like light footsteps.
Uh-oh.
I will kind of look towards it. A little kind of like, can I see anything?
You recognize a few people that you saw the other day, except this time with a few more guards in tow.
With these small mercenaries.
Gorgorg the Great, my wizard friend. You didn't stay for dinner like we asked you to. We were hoping you'd stay in town a bit longer.
Oh, we were coming back. The barkeeper asked us to go and find and save this man, and points at Johnny.
Completely understandable, completely understandable. Honestly, it's a lot easier out here where there's a lot fewer people to deal with and a lot fewer stories we have to explain.
Why? Would you? Why?
Okay.
Why? What's up?
Well, see, I have a friend beside you. I have a few friends. One of them higher up said there was this orc burned down a village or something. So we've been looking out for orc wizards in the area, try to keep an eye on them in case they're on the run. You know how it is in that line of work, right?
Right. And have you found him?
They think they have. It's you.
Well, I mean, the most powerful orc wizard that we've found in the immediate vicinity, who arrived by boat a few weeks ago.
Sorry. Can I just start ducking below the bush, like really slowly?
Yes, you may.
I'll walk up to the guy.
He is very nicely dressed in some sort of mage attire himself, with a mixture of orc and humanoid guards amongst him.
Guards.
What can we do for you, friend? We're just here to arrest a certain escaped criminal, if you wouldn't mind.
Yes, I'm just interceding for the safety of all. I believe you've made a mistake.
I see.
And I believe all these people here who have just felled this beast believe you've made a mistake as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you've
I'm not
found the
saying
wrong
anything.
orc, and you're going to turn around, and this never happened.
Yep.
Roll an intimidate check.
It's not the best, but it's not the worst.
It is the fucking best. It's the fucking best you'll ever do.
If you would prefer we arrest him at another time, we might be willing to agree to that, or if he'd like to turn himself in at a later date. But I've already seen him, and I've already had to file that there is a powerful orc wizard in the vicinity. Even if I leave, this problem isn't going away. There's been a lot of problems caused.
So, if you
Hello.
leave now, you're welcome to do so. But if this problem persists, you will be a problem to us.
Well,
So I suggest you find an orc, or you find something else. You just move on with your life now, whilst you still have it.
so how many guards has this person walked up with us with?
8 plus himself, and he seems to be some sort of high prestige caster.
I do hope though that you find the person that did it though.
Lovey, are you rolling me a stealth check, by the way?
Yeah.
I do have to wonder
At
at
this
this
point,
point.
Lovey is trying to like bend into the branches and push it out the way. You know, like
You're doing the full Homer fade
Yeah.
into the.
I mean,
Doesn't this have Gorgor cast stealth?
Pretty much, yeah.
This, you see, you're
Yes.
doing stealth tree.
No, that's it. Lovey
Stealth
is using Stealth Bush. It is a proven tactic.
Stealth Bush! It works!
It fucking does.
Right.
Oh shit.
Hang on. Where was this supposed town that burned down?
Far off land of Shayland. Large desert continent. Few islands. Southeast of here. Good bit.
So,
Just for the sake,
sake.
just I'm gonna say, just for the sake of, is that recognizable to Gorgor in any fashion?
That is a recognizable location to Gorgor if Gorgor knew the name of the continent he came from.
Yeah, so yeah, Gorgor just wouldn't have a clue.
Is that a recognisable location that Lovey would be recognising?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
That is the homeland of the orcs. Other species have, intermingled there. It's a lot more European than isolationist, but it is the
So,
country known for the highest orc population, and it is mostly desert.
So, based on this, and based on what they've said, the village that they're talking about being burned down, I'm nothing to do with.
It's not the village I burned down, it's a different one, right? Gorgor's being accused for Lovey's crimes, Lovey stays stum.
Yeah.
Sir Simpington goes to full man of privilege, pulls out a quill and a bit of parchment. So, what is your name, and what are the names of all your guards?
Look, if you don't have the time for this, we'll happily return another day, but
It's a simple question, my man. What is your name?
one sec, let me go pull that up. The one downside of having like 17 notepads.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The M's curse.
Yeah, thing.
I should really organize this better. I apologize. Cornell.
Okay, Cornell. And who is your supervisor?
Derwin.
Doing. Where is he based?
They are off in Acrium, which is where our spell tower and association are located. And Dave recognizes that place. Acrium being the capital of his continent.
What do you say, sorry?
Dave recognizes the name Acrium as that is the capital of the continent he is from, which is the same place he and Gabriel set off on their pilgrimage from.
Yep. Well, I know that place.
So your boss
You're
is-
stealthing.
I know.
The bush is talking to me. Help!
You can break stealth, lovey. Just remember you're stealthing.
I can
He's
cast
not
talk with
doing
plants.
anything
Yes.
anymore. I'm in a
I'm a
bush.
druid.
Stay in the bush. Fine.
So you are completely a law to yourself here on this continent.
We were simply, sometimes mages get a bad name for dangerous and powerful magics, so we make it our job to, having mages police mages tends to keep our name a bit more in a fine light. We hear of a dangerous rogue wizard that's accidentally set a town or two ablaze. We look into it. We make people feel comfortable and happy that mages are taking care of their problems.
And when
Oh,
they
that's common.
and when they say policing dangerous mages, like I'd imagine as it's like looking at Sir Simpson and the focus changes to look at Gorgor in the background, he's like picking his fucking nose.
I'm going to say, I'd make a comment to say, I assure you now, the words powerful and dangerous do not mix with Gorgor. He is far from both.
Really, by your own words, didn't you all simply currently fell this large creature? Wouldn't that...
And
Well,
I'd look at him, I'd say, look at me. Look at the
And
rest
look
of the
at me now.
group.
Oh.
Now look at him, as his fingers up his nose and eating it. Do you really think he had anything to do with it?
Go as a demonstration. Can you cast shatter on this tree log?
Yeah, okay. And
And
he'll
then
just
they
literally, he'll,
raise the level of your power.
okay. And I'm gonna walk up to the tree log, and I'm gonna elbow drop it by casting shatter. As I literally just walk up to this tree, just leap at it with the last remnants of the jump spell, and just fucking elbow drop it.
Hold on. Are you going to do it recklessly? That's the question.
I will recklessly elbow drop the tree log.
There we go. I think by now Jump would have worn off if we spent time cutting out half.
Holy
of the
shit!
dog.
Gorgor believes that
Holy
he has
shit!
jump on him.
I crit. No.
Yes.
That is the man's spells.
The log does explode on impact, in fairness.
Oh yeah, he's like a huge orc.
Yeah, I'm like a
That is
400-pound orc that is like
That is
maxed out in
brawn,
strength.
not his brain.
And then like I get up and I straighten the hat and go, wow, that did a lot better than normal. Huh.
And I'd assure you, honestly, in Helm's name, if this person was dangerous, I would happily give him to you, but I'll happily defend him because he is far from dangerous and far from anything. It's just simple.
Perhaps you're right. Maybe we've found the wrong person. We'll continue investigating, shall we?
Wise.
Inciting whether or not he's just placating.
I was about to incite that as well, but go
We may
for
both
it.
roll it.
I'll get +6 for this. Woohoo! Oh, freaking out!
I get a +7.
I'm gonna
get +6 and a roll of 2.
Oh, you do a quick insight as
I'm
well.
just gonna do the right thing here. I've just put the X on the tree because that log note don't exist.
that thing is dead. Like this end's destroyed, and there's a crack running all the way down the rest up to the back.
Well, that's why the X is focused on the one end.
Hey, you've managed to split it so well. We can actually use it as the track runners now for the sled.
Yeah.
All right. Funsire, your insight, it's... You can already tell from the body language they are turning to leave. And while they were confident that they could take you guys, the couple extra people stepping out of the woodwork and having watched Gorgor obliterate this log, they've decided it's more trouble than it's worth, especially because it does look like Gorgor's not their man. They've just been following the rumors of this great and powerful mage going city to city.
Well, it's because I am.
And
I love how you scared the shit out of him, and then the fact is, this guy who sounds like he's already had a conversation with him was like, "Oh, my friend, why did you leave so soon?" And he's like, "You met him, and you still think he's a powerful mage."
I was gonna say it says a lot about them. Like I understand the placating so Gogo doesn't slap the shit out of you and pretend it. But if he
Yeah.
actually believed it, concern.
Yeah.
Some of it's bureaucracy because Gorgor has gone town to town.
It is fair. It is fair.
So it's like, yeah, look, we have the rumors. This guy doesn't look like a great and powerful mage, but like 2 entire towns worth of people are saying he's a mage, so we're just
Playing a
gonna.
mage, so yeah.
Let's say we've already heard rumors of a powerful orc mage already in town 2 days before we got there.
Mhm.
And yeah, it's one of those things of just like, hang on, what about the orc mage that came into town 2 days before us? Why didn't you stop him?
I mean, do you know that they didn't?
Did you know that they didn't stop in town?
I'm assuming that was Flynn to the people not know the character thing.
Yeah.
Oh no, I was. It's like who's to say we didn't? Like I said, we've
Look.
been looking into things. It's
So,
just
I'll-
research. It's just trying to make sure we find the right man.
Would you still want to go to dinner anyway? Like, because
Gorgo, these men are trying to put you in a cage,
Well-
know, where you can't get out.
well, I know, but they said they're wrong, and they offered dinner before.
I think it's best we let everyone
Just let them go.
relax for a moment, and then we'll try another day, Gorgo.
Okay.
We need to finish this sled anyway.
Well, it's done now anyway. It's like, and we just gotta get him home.
They do turn to just leave you to your art project as they wander off.
Or drag T-Rex organs everywhere and just like some carpentry project.
Yeah, no, it's just slowly become looking at just like the party, watching Gabriel just like pulling out organs, Gorgor just suplexing a tree. They're just like, this is more trouble than it's worth.
Yeah, literally, I just come running. I just ran and jump at that fucking tree log and just elbow drop, like full on, like Macho Man Randy Savage, like, oh yeah.
I was literally going to try and speak to the manager as like a male Karen. Like,
Yeah.
well, actually,
You mean a Kyle?
or Darren, I don't know.
No, they actually call Kyles. Male Karens are Kyles.
Okay.
So yeah, we will continue. We will put the head on the sled. Google will reminisce about dinners missed.
All right.
Bush just says, "Psst, they're gone."
Oh, hello, Bush.
Yes, Lovey, they're
Oh.
gone.
And then she'll kind of like twist herself out of the bush, and there's like a twig in her hair and everything, and she just kind of takes it out and puts it in her bag. How's it getting along with the mutilation of this dragon corpse?
As we're just
You're the
ti-
one who brought
as
the
we're
name
just
T-Rex.
as we're just tying the sled to the horse with the head on it, ready to go.
Nice. Back to town?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you take anything bony or claw-ish, or did you only take like the internal organs, Gabriel?
I was checking the claws as well.
All right.
Well, as many as I could get in the time.
Now, cutting it open and just tugging out organs, once you have the cut, it does become easy, but taking anything like a claw or an arm or anything that is going to be a harder substance, so if the parties...
What I could do is
Yeah.
literally just chop a foot off and just throw that on the sledge and chop the other foot off, take that to the sled, and deal with it when we get to town.
Alright, fair enough. It does take you a little bit if the party is waiting around for like an hour or two for Gabriel to go about this.
That's fine. We got time.
You guys did, still have plenty of daylight, so as long as everyone's not rushing it along.
We're not in a rush. I'll wait for that group to get away anyway, because otherwise, bloody Gorgo's going to keep offering them cups of tea and biscuits.
Do you think
Biscuits?
they're going to come back? Do we need to murder them?
Well, it's only
maybe?
it's only like the second time we've met them, because when we went to say hi to Damebert, they were leaving the house and they said to stay in town because they wanted to have dinner. I thought they meant when we met Daneber, but they never turned up.
How do
So,
you explain a job to Gorgo?
how'd you explain to what?
Jobs.
Okay. That's up to you, dude.
Yeah, no, I was saying out loud to the group, like, it's as simple as, Gorgo, was there like a particularly lazy orc in your village, in your tribe?
Yeah?
And would he lie, get away with doing the bare minimum, doing like less work?
Yeah, it was a few times.
That man there is a lazy orc, and he won't do his job properly, and he might just put you in prison because he's lazy.
Oh, he's a Bob.
Orc Bob. Okay.
It's Bob, like Gorgo. Yeah, Bob used to like lie about a lot of things.
Yeah, so that man is like Bob, so we don't want to hang around with him.
Oh, he didn't seem like a Bob at first. He seemed nice. He offered me food.
He's a clever Bob, but he's still a Bob.
Oh. Okay, that's understandable. So yeah, for any time we're referring to lazy, like good-for-nothing people, they are no Bobs. Just as a confirmed canon.
Okay. And Lovey, you were sneaking out of the bush, I think.
Yep. So, yeah, like Sir Simpington says, at the end of the day, this person's probably not even an orc, you know. They're just trying to blame it on somebody from, where was it? Shinda? Shandabu? I don't know.
Someone not from here.
Yeah. Oh, it's typical, isn't it? Powerful mage caster, burned down villages, probably done nothing of the sort. Oh,
Don't
dear.
know. No. As long as they don't bother us further with it, do we care?
Well, I do hope they find whoever did it, because it's not nice.
No.
No, no.
No, but
Yeah, good question. Investigation? Because I'm quite confused right now. I'm like, am I? Or is this a different village?
I actually assumed out of character they were referring to you and then just blaming me.
That's what I thought, but I just want to double check. Like,
It definitely sounds very similar to experiences you've had. Maybe they've been embellished, maybe they've been warped by, like, playing telephone this person to this person to this person, but you at the very least loosely represent the story they seem to be looking for.
yeah. I mean, to be honest, it might be mean, but that village might have been really horrendous to this person. We don't know the full story. There could be other sides to it, you know? So I think those in glass houses shouldn't throw stones.
So you hid while
Yes.
Gorgo was being blamed when you thought it could be you.
She never
Oh,
said
well,
Yeah,
she's not said it to be her.
I'm not
Oh,
saying it's
no.
me. I'm trying to
Right,
actually
right.
dissuade from the fact, if that makes sense.
That's
Well,
what I'm trying to say. Well, at the end of the day,
either way, like I say, burning down I mean, even if they were mean to a person or bad, burning down a town is kind of
wrong.
no, it's overkill.
Two wrongs don't make a right.
Some of it might have been a bit of an accident.
Two wrongs don't make
Wow.
a right, and if someone's burnt a place down, they should own up for it.
But 3 rights make left.
Nice.
Damn you, Danny, for
it might
using
have
my
been-
favourite comment against me.
You know, you might accidentally have knocked into something and that brazier fell over and suddenly that thing's on fire and you try to blow it out with wind and it makes the fire worse. Like, you know, we don't know what happened. We weren't there.
That's a very specific
especially since
point you were making there.
Okay, I know. I'm just meaning, you know, there could be different reasons why this person.
Regardless of the reasons, that was a very specific act you've just described.
Was it?
Yeah.
Are you okay, Gabriel? You're being very, like, paranoid.
I'm not being paranoid. I'm just describing what you just did. You specifically described a particular act,
Set of
accidentally
actions.
or not, action. Yeah, whatever you want to call it. Very
I
specific.
stand here. Thank you very much. And I believe innocent until proven guilty is what we all abide by, right? And
I
those people
completely agree.
they were trying
Well-
to put our poor Gorgor in a cage. That's not cool.
That's
Oh, I
So I don't
completely
think
agree.
Hmm.
That's
backing
why. How often would I defend Gorgor?
depends. Are we being attacked at the moment?
That's my point. How often would I defend him? I wouldn't. If they come here looking for a massively powerful mage, yeah, that's not Gorgor. No offense, Gorgor, but there you go.
But I am a massively powerful
Yeah.
mage.
No, you're massively strong. Massively powerful is a different method, though.
Correct.
Oh.
And whilst you are a mage, you're going to get better with time. So I think this person they know is maybe some, old kind of mage kind of person, a wizard of some sort.
Oh, so
You
I'm
know.
I'm like orcish whiskey. I like get better with age.
Yes.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
See, this person that they're after is nobody here. Whilst we might be really, really good at what we're doing, like we're not the most powerful mage ever. Like none of us are. They've definitely got the wrong group. I think it's more
No.
so because when you're an orc, you've said to some people that you're a mage. They're basically trying to pin it on you.
Yeah,
Because-
being a bob.
Yeah.
Well, this is it.
Yeah.
And they're probably going to get a payout if they put someone in jail. It doesn't matter if that
Yeah.
person's guilty or not, as long as they
They
fit
ain't,
the.
they ain't putting 2 and 2 together and making 5.
Exactly. Like Sir Simpington says, that person's bad at their job and is trying to put you away in order to meet quotas or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Terrible.
My question still stands. Do we need to kill them?
No, I
Maybe
don't think so.
later, not yet.
They probably need to come back
Well-
and actually try and attack us.
Well,
Correct.
like when in home, when Bob used to do silly things, they used to make him do like really nasty jobs. So maybe we should make him clean like toilet pits.
Like,
I think that'll happen, but at the end of the day, like, we're not his superiors, so we're not going to really have much of an action. And even if we cry innocent, most of the time, people believe you're guilty before you actually are guilty, or, go do strange shit. People are weird. But this guy obviously just wants to solve a case, and it doesn't matter the man that he puts behind bars is, whether this man is the right man or not the right man,
Yes.
I mean, if
could even be the
he's
right
a
woman.
powerful wizard magic user, so if we killed him in his sleep, he would be less likely to pose a threat to us rather than if we wait for him to attack later
Oh.
on.
I mean, I could make it seem like Gorgor is dead, just saying, and we can put this all to bed, and then they catch their man, but Gorgor is dead, and then when they bury him, we just dig him up, and off we go.
Wait, what?
Why would we do that?
Magic, because then it stops them searching after Gorgor. Technically, everybody's happy. Gorgor gets to go away. Yes, this
but the
powerful
per-
mage is still around,
Yeah,
but
but I'd say the person who burned down an entire village gets away with potential murder.
just some brief vandalism. But it's one of those.
Again, how would you know if it's vandalism? They said two. I think they said even 2 towns burnt down.
Oh.
Yeah, well, that's it.
That's
I
a
don't know.
person who deliberately targets towns and wants them destroyed.
Whoa,
This is a
whoa,
person
whoa.
we need to stop at this point.
Okay. Yeah, let's stop the person who's apparently burnt down 2 villages. This man who's
But
a powerful mage. Let's go after it.
But isn't that like in another place, like not here, like
Well,
far
apparently
away?
apparently they came here. That's why they were looking at us. Well, you specifically.
Yeah.
Apparently they left there and came here.
I mean, do we really want to work as the authorities? He's the arsehole wandering around? Let him.
I think as well, when they sort this out, they'll then turn to look at the rest of the party and they'll go, oh, orc, they're bad. Oh, follower of Glacier, bad. Metal man that talks, bad. Do you know what I mean? Where will it end?
Yeah.
The only person who can get out of this very well is going to be Flynn. because it's basic. You know, the rest of us kind of aren't. And
That's
you know,
great. At least I'm, dorky man who can at least tell those things. And I mean, we've got holy men, holy bull as well.
yeah,
And this one's like
Yeah.
follower of hell and point towards Gabriel. So two very good general people. They would not be. I mean, Simpington, he is rather circumspect about whenever he announces his service to Glacier. He only does it, in essence, in small groups in private.
yeah, but if we were to look at each of us in a different light, if it was that we were to put negative things, it would be really easy to sell it. This is the thing, even if they are holy men, that's not going to stop them. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes good people go down for bad shit. You know what I mean? That they haven't done, or that it's been blown out of control. Suddenly, Paladin Dave, who is a follower of the Golden Nugget and all this kind of stuff and is searching for it, they uncover that he was a pirate, and suddenly, boom, he gets hit with a law book. Our other friend, Sir Simpington, he's a really great paladin guy. He's a hero of the realm, but he actually follows Glacier. What does that mean? Do you know what I mean? As soon as you put anything, like if they found out what happened with the king, for Christ's sake, we could all go down. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah,
maybe we should stick together in this effect, and be just a bit more conscious of who we invite to dinner, Gorgor, or who invites us to dinner. Not all of them will have good intent.
Okay.
Yeah?
No, it's okay.
Right. Well, other than that, this delightful conversation should probably end, and we should start heading back to town before
Great.
this finish rots rotting on us.
Yes, I do think that is where we end today's session.
Yep.
Brilliant. Thank you, Ash.
Oh, thank you.
Of course. And yeah, any incongruities that you see might be maybe there was somebody else who did a similar act and they just blamed them both on you. Maybe it was hyperbole.
Oh my god,
Maybe
I've
it
got
was
a
just something
copycat.
else.
I've got a copycat.
Well, not even like an intention, just maybe you accidentally did and then someone else intentionally did, but the person who intentionally did, they never saw who did it, so they assumed it was just the same person.
Yeah,
They're
I know.
already looking for an arson, and
Offling
I love
family
as
had a
well.
barbecue, accidentally set someone on fire. Another fire.
This is the thing. I love how as soon as everybody was like, "Oh, we can take the piss now," everyone was like, "This is a bad person, a bad person." He's like,
Oh no, that was fully the case of just right, yeah, no. It's like every time
Hold
you
on,
did
what's
that, it's
happened
like,
here?
hang on.
God.
It's like, no, try and push off this problem, and just explained it far too detailed for something
Oh,
you
that
had
was
no
unfair.
idea about.
Exactly, and that made it more paranoid.
well, this is it. That was completely on purpose. I properly did
Oh,
it
yeah.
to drop.
I got
I
that.
know. That's why I just loved how the person who you'd complained to about using your own words against you used your own words against you, whilst Flynn's just there like, see, it's not just me.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
but
so that's like making me more paranoid than you now. So I'm sorry.
if you watch the actual episode where Fling uses her own words against you, you use it in a different light. Just watch it because you'll see what she's on about. But I do agree, you are literally repeating them verbatim, but you're repeating them in a different context. That's all it is, and that's why she's getting a bit like, what the fuck? But then, yeah. Oh boy.
thank you all
They
for
put a
showing up today.
No, it's good.
Did we
And
get a level up? Did
we
we get
will
a level up?
we will continue. We've just leveled up, you ingrate.
Have we?
Yes, we went just right up to 6.
Yes. Literally last session. Liam, shut the fuck up. No one cares. But I will call the end of the session here, so I'm going to sign off to people on the YouTubes and on the Twitches, and I'm going to send out with a raid, so I'm going to stop the recording,
bye,
so
everyone.
bye-bye YouTube.
Bye-bye, YouTube.
Bye,
YouTube.
everybody.